Not in those times, not in that. You can just cancel Christmas. Go ahead and start. Go ahead and start your Cooper flag bidding.
Yep.
Oh, we live, everybody.
Oh,
Episode
coming to you
nine
live.
in the house. Oh my goodness. I know you enjoy doing the Jabberwocky. Speaking of the Jabberwocky, like I was telling them, ever since I seen Shaq do the Jabberwocky, I have not watched a freaking All-Star game. And then not to mention, I guess the best part of the All-Star game is 3-point shooting contest, because at least you get some good guys out there, some decent 3-point shooters. But dunkers, I mean, the last 3 years, we got a guy who's a dunk champion who's not even in the NBA. He's a G Leaguer.
He can
And the
ball.
best, I mean, I'm not saying the dude ain't got hops, ain't got a flair and
Maybe the
everything,
greatest
because
dunk
he's
of all
already, I
time.
mean, he's nice with it.
Yes,
You
he
can look at
is.
his dunks from high school. He didn't
Oh,
really do
he's
that
been
kind of
getting
stuff
that.
in college. But I mean, I don't know. NBA is weird, man. They got guys out there who playing like, why are you even on a team? And you got guys like him in the G League. You know,
Giving work,
he probably made more money off dunk contests he made off G League salary.
probably.
More power to that man. Get your money.
Absolutely.
If the NBA guys don't want to do it and you stepping up, and anyway, talking about the All-Star game format. Before I move on, I haven't watched this video, but I heard there's a video out there of Anthony Edwards talking to Barack Obama like he's just an average Joe.
Oh, why am I not surprised?
And I haven't seen it yet,
I'm
but
surprised he knows who he is.
I don't think he did. I don't think he knew who he was.
Jeez.
I hope.
I
I
don't think
hope
he knew.
so.
From what I saw, he was talking to Barack Obama like Barack Obama was just some
Just a
guy
random
walking in the
thing.
locker room.
Oh my!
And it said in the video, like all the old heads were like, "What's going on?
Oh yeah.
Like, what is happening?"
Get this goofy guy out of the locker room.
This dude Barry, man. This dude Barry.
Anyway, talking about the All-Star game, I guess Chris, I guess this was the second worst viewership on record because they had a new format. And I mean, I don't know how did you fix the NBA All-Star game when the guys don't even want to play in the regular season no more? Like you can't, they don't even want to play in the some guys don't even want to play. They get their check and they good, we good. So I'm gonna let y'all talk about it for a second. I mean, my idea is a very simple idea. I start with mine. Maybe y'all's is
We
extravagant.
probably have the same as you, JB.
This is me. I would say all this stuff you're doing, scrap it. You can if the dunk contest, if you can't get superstars in it, stop the dunk contest, or just make it for anybody. Bring in dunkers from around the world and do it.
As
Making a dunking exhibition.
Make the dunk.
Right? So what, Joey?
As long as you are able to make your dunk consistently.
Yeah, and you can give you can have like a little tournament or whatever, dunk contest. But if you're not gonna have like the guys in the NBA, they be dunking the games, killing the game, scrap it. 3-point shooting contest, you ain't gotta change that. As long as you get good 3-point shooters, that's a good thing. Skills challenge, define the rules more because you got guys trying to cheat.
That was a disaster.
Like, why are you out there trying to cheat? Chris Paul, Victor, why? I mean, what are you showing everybody? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna cheat to win.
I mean, I guess they tried to beat the system, and
why are we trying to beat the system? Just follow the protocols.
Yeah, come on now. I'm with you.
All right, so and then and then anything else you want to add? I heard the Kevin Hart thing was a disaster. Get rid of that. I heard that was a disaster. So I didn't watch it. So, but I know from all the complaints everybody has had. But here's my main thing: the tournament thing. Get rid of it. This is what you do. I heard guys talking about it. So this is not a completely original idea, but it's an idea that I like. So I'm not gonna sit here and say this is my idea. You need to go ahead and make here's two choices. One, just go back to Eastern Western Conference, make it 15 players, just like the rosters in the NBA.
Yeah.
And then, if guys don't want to play, go to the next guy that wants to play. That's hungrier. Don't sit there and make a guy, he can show up and sit there and cheer, but he don't have to suit up and play, and don't do that. Or in the future, just let the fan vote count. But still go back to Western, Eastern Conference and 15 players. Right. Yeah, if you want to spice it up, and if you got enough good international players and enough good world players, every 3 or 4 years, the world versus the USA in an all-star game would be a good
ding,
thing.
Ding, 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 ding.
Either way. The key is as long as they want to play. If they don't want to play, don't make them. Just make them come there and show faces and smile, but they don't got to play. Find guys that want to compete.
Do the old Lee Corso wave.
Yeah, it's bad enough we got to watch NBA games when guys don't want to compete. Don't want to play no defense.
Load management.
Load management. You got guys getting supermax contracts guaranteed, scoring 1 point. There's all kind of crap going on. All right, go ahead, one of y'all. Y'all can go ahead and
Joey, go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, Chris and JB, Buttons Millions, we've had this talk too, and we are, of course, the news over the last few days is how well the Four Nations tournament of the NHL is actually doing. And for the NHL to be getting higher numbers than the NBA, that is concerning for the NBA. But it's doing extremely well. The intrigue that was into the Four Nations championship game of USA versus Canada, there were a lot of people that have been talking about this game. That's why I will piggyback on what JB mentioned. I think that we are definitely headed towards a United States versus the world when it comes to the All-Star game. I think that there is intrigue there. We've been talking. I threw out there, of course, this is not an original thing, but of course we all do know that we're not going to have another NBA most valuable player that's going to be born in the United States for a long time. And I think
now with Victor playing, we
haven't had one. We haven't had one in the last 5 years. It's going to go.
Who's the last one? Who's the last American-born player to MVP?
I got it. The last American-born player to win the NBA's most valuable player was James Harden.
Jeez.
James Harden in 2019.
So what? Since then, did James Harden win MVP?
James Harden won the league's MVP.
Giannis won in that 1 year.
Yes, he did.
So since then it's been Giannis,
Joker,
Embiid, Joker.
I believe that's it.
And eventually it's just going to be Wemby,
SGA,
Wemby,
SGA, Luka. So we're not going to have an NBA.
Maybe
Cooper Flag if he's
maybe.
They want Cooper Flag. They want him to be the next Larry Bird type guy.
We're going to need something, JB, because I will dare to even say the Summer Olympics LA 2028. I don't know if we win that. The trio of LeBron, KD, Steph is the reason why we are still the best, but they're all old. They're not going to be there 2028. I'm concerned, JB, but I'm happy because Grant Hill is running in. Grant Hill does a great job.
I'm not concerned. You know why? Because we got some dogs. We
got some dogs, but France is.
The problem is we don't have the big. We don't have the bigs though.
We don't have enough bigs by then, and we would have the wing players that's going. We still have Tatum. We'll have Brown.
Tatum, Brown,
right? We're gonna have Edwards.
Spider.
You still got Booker.
You got guards for sure. You got Brunson. I mean, you got a ton of guards and wings. You just don't have you don't have a dominant big yet.
I'm concerned.
Concerned?
LA was burned to the ground. We need to win the gold medal in LA.
In LA, your home, in America, you got to win.
Has to happen.
I mean, they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to figure out a fine.
I trust Grant Hill.
Are they really gonna need like a big? Because remember, this is the international game.
True.
Right? The lane can get clogged in the international game. Right?
Well, so, I don't think there'll be a player as good as Jokic that's going to be a big man by then.
The thing is that
he's a guard.
I get enough love, Joey. Who we don't give enough love to, and I don't give enough love to, but I'm gonna start giving him some love. Jason Tatum, best player probably on the Celtics. I mean, come on, man.
But the thing is, we also got.
Think about it. We got. I got to go ahead and tell y'all. We got the guys from Cleveland.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mobley is balling.
We got Alvin Mobley.
Yes.
Okay, so it's the thing about them. I can think about.
And Jaren Jackson is a beast.
Oh, and we got Jaren. Okay, we got Jaren Jackson.
Yes.
Don't see Jaren Jackson there.
True.
He a monster.
I mean, I think we would still be right now. We're the betting favorite based off of just an up and down roster. I mean, France and Canada obviously are going to be right there, but I still think we're better as an all-around roster than those teams. Now, can we be beat? Yeah, I think so, because they're going to be throwing out NBA guys, but I still think we're the betting favorite to win.
I'm telling you, and by that time, I mean, and guess what? If he's healthy, we still have Embiid. Don't forget that, Joey and Chris. If he's healthy, by the end, he'll still be a top 10 player in the world.
The thing is the big word there is if, right?
If.
Janet Jackson.
And I mean, I like you got Jaren Jackson, you got Bam, you got Mobley. I mean, you got mobile big guys who aren't like super big, but they're big enough for the international game where you have wings who are dogs.
We do. We got wings.
I mean, nobody compete with us up and down a full roster for sure.
Oh, you're not. They got. I mean, real talk. They got nobody gonna stop Tatum on when he on one or Edwards when he on one. No, they can't.
Because most of those teams might have two really good players, and then the rest of the roster is just pretty good. We're the best up and down for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's going like you said. That's the thing about basketball, right? You can have a team loaded with talent, but it got to be cohesive.
Got to be a team.
Got to be a team. It got to be on the same page, or it won't mean nothing. I mean, when that Georgetown team in '91, they had all those good players on it, and like they all them All-Americans, and they didn't win crap.
Who was on that squad?
A whole bunch of guys. I thought they had a guy from Richmond named Milton Bell, who was a McDonald's All-American.
Oh, I remember that name.
Right. They were so loaded. He didn't get playing time.
Which, I mean, I guess is why, like me and Joey were talking international flair here. To me, you got to set up something where, like you said, JB, there's guys like Anthony Edwards, when he does interviews, you can tell he has no business wanting to ball out and come play hard. But there are guys out there that are willing to. You just got to find enough of those guys.
You got to find guys like Giannis. Giannis going to play.
Well, and Giannis he already said, if you do an international game, like a world versus U.S. or North America versus the world or something like that, he said, I think we'll play way harder because it means something. I mean, you saw the Canada-U.S. game. Those guys were fighting within the first 5 minutes. It's like those guys are, I mean, for whatever reason, it's a big deal for them. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that because it's a rivalry and it's a big deal of which is better, like if you watch the Ryder Cup in hockey, or I mean in golf, every year, every 2 years that they play, those dudes are like, I mean, they're like you can tell they're like pumped when they hit it. Like it's a completely different thing. For whatever reason, the NBA hasn't been able to bring that. And that's why the viewership is down, because to me, like, I'm a sports fan for sure. All of us are, but I'm not wasting my time with just sitting there watching, like, unless I got a bet on it, I'm not watching. Like, for me, I was watching Daytona 500. Like, I'm just going to watch something else more entertaining than, so.
We're going to win.
But to me, if you got the players, and this is the first time in our lives where the world level is able to compete, and it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So to me, go ahead and do that. And then but really, like you said, JB, if they're not buying in, it doesn't matter what format anybody throws out. It makes no difference.
Nope.
If the players are buying in, you could have the most basic format, like you said, East-West, and it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's all about, like, the hockey thing works because all the players want to win that game. And tonight, when I was watching before this, it felt like a playoff game. The crowd's booing the Canada. Like, it felt like, they're checking out there, they're hitting people. It didn't matter at all.
No, it didn't.
You need
USA for this game?
What's that?
Where's this game being played at?
I don't even know if was this one in USA?
I believe it is. It's in
yeah, it's at Boston in the TD Garden. Yeah, so that's why they were doing.
It's in overtime right now. I guess it's going to overtime,
which is sweet anyway. Yeah, you need guys with the mentality of Sean Taylor. Remember him in the
absolutely.
You need guys that are just saying, I don't care that this is, if I'm out here, I'm competing. And that's the thing is,
glass somebody.
You couldn't have had a guy like Kobe or Jordan. But what they said is, I remember reading something about Jordan, and they said as soon as Jordan kind of turned it up and was like, I'm not going to lose this game, everybody kind of took after him because he was kind of the man. Probably the same with Kobe. As soon as Kobe was never going to let a guy beat him on the basketball court for whatever, LeBron isn't really that type of guy. He's friends with everybody. Everybody's cool. Steph's the same way. You need guys who are willing to come out and say, like Giannis is trying to do it a little bit, but you need more of that, and that's the way to do it. I'm not too cool to come out and just try to win this thing.
They mad at Giannis. You playing too hard, Giannis.
Oh yeah. And I mean, for real, even when we were growing up, it wasn't like all game they're just going super hard. But you knew it probably like third quarter, it was getting turned up, and then it's like, all right, it's time to watch.
Yeah.
There's only so many dunks and oops how you really want to see. After a while, it's just boring.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all the same, I think, just like it's all really, the format really doesn't matter. It's going to be the players buying in. But if Anthony Edwards is already saying, oh, I'm not going to play hard, he's already telling you that, why even vote him in there?
Yeah, just don't even, the coaches don't put him in there. That's what
just say, hey, you can be voted and then just give your spot up to somebody who's willing to do it.
Right.
Because there's guys who would play for sure, who you probably wouldn't, that the fans, a guy who's, I'm not saying he should be, but a guy like, remember they were pushing for like Alex Caruso. No way Alex Caruso is going to go in there, he's not an all-star. But
he's out there fighting. Remember that one year Dennis Rodman made it? He made it for and he was having like 8 points a game. 20 all-star game to rebound.
Gotta get the boards.
Gotta get those boards. And look, yeah, that's I don't know. When they have something that's gonna be exciting, that it's gonna be something I want to watch, I'll watch it. But until then, not watching.
Yeah, I think
I'll watch. I have League Pass, so I'll watch a random game just to see what's going on and just watch a good one. I can't stand an NBA game. The one thing about NBA games, they can be a 20-point game and you turn around and then the other team loses by 20 because of the 3-ball. But yeah, that's exciting though, because they're usually fighting and they balling. All-Star game, he just Steph pulling up from half court, man. I ain't trying to watch that crap.
Throwing
Yeah.
hoops from half court and stuff. It's like, oh,
Now,
yeah.
he pulled up from half court. He pulled up from half.
jeez. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I did watch some of the top 10 plays. I saw some sweet plays though. I saw Dame do a ball fake, nice three. I guess y'all were right. Y'all picked the OGs, didn't y'all? You too?
Yes.
We picked
OGs.
McClung. Who would nobody picked Tyler Hero, right?
No.
And
I don't think
what,
nobody.
Steph won the MVP. I don't think anyone picked Steph, right?
No, we should have since they were playing in freaking.
Yeah, I just figure. I mean, I don't know why we didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
you know why we didn't? Because we thinking none of them going to be playing hard anyways. Who knows?
I figured Shea only because I thought Shea would. He seems like he would play harder.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Anyway, all right. Talk about the NFL. NFL Super Bowl is done. The Eagles have taken their rightful spot on the throne of the
Crown 'em.
NFL. And of course, I'm sick to my stomach, but it is
Crown
what
'em.
it is. Say what, Joey?
Crown him. Crown him.
Crown him. Crown him. But we are getting in that time of the year where we're talking about trade scenarios. Speaking of trade scenarios, I got a spot in the NFL draft I'm trying to trade. Hint, hint. That second pick gonna be valuable. Second pick gonna be valuable. With the first three picks, you could go Chase, Jefferson, Genty.
In the NFL league, JB?
Yes. But you pick 11 though, Joey.
You just sit back, Joey.
Unless you want to, do some swaps. You know how I do.
We've worked before, JB. We've worked before.
And we can work again. We can work it out again.
We've worked before.
Got some trade scenarios that we're thinking about. We're hearing through the grapevine and seeing things going down. Y'all, if you watched last week, you heard your buttons rant about how the Bills aren't going to pay old boy $15 million a year when they can get anybody else out there. Let them tell it. Use Ray Davis and Ty Johnson.
Yeah. They got plenty.
They got plenty, right? They got Josh Allen. How long will my question is, I always wonder how long will his body hold up? He has to run the ball like a running back.
Right.
He's one hit away. He's one Joe Flacco hit away from being done.
Got plenty.
That Joe Flacco hit when he tried to slide. It was a couple years ago. He tried to slide and paid a price.
Didn't go well.
Paid a price. Anyway, we got some trade scenarios. My man Chris prepared an AFC South and North edition.
We'll try to go through a couple of them over the next few weeks just to get all of them.
All right, so buying or selling on these trades. All right, here we go. Here's the first one. Davante Adams to Baltimore. Y'all buying or selling?
I'm buying that. Baltimore still needs that guy. They're in that window to win, and Davante Adams could really push them over the top, I feel like. So to me, I'm buying on that one.
Joey, buying or selling?
I'm selling. I think the offense is fine. I think they need to build their defensive backfield way more than get someone like a Davante Adams.
I am selling as well.
Ooh.
Look, here's the thing. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, did they not have Zay Flowers in the Buffalo game?
No, they didn't have
not.
Okay, so they have a decent receiver core.
Bateman played better, so
Bateman had a good year. I mean, he wasn't a slouch, and that team is built around the run. They need to. I mean, there's not much they got to change. I mean, you think about it, turnovers affected them in that game. So, and they started off slow with a new offense.
Don't say it, Joey. He wants
But
to say Andrews has got to catch that ball.
That's all he got to do.
wait, he catches the ball, it's tied. So I mean, that doesn't make them win the game. But I'm talking about, the Lamar fumble and then the Andrews fumble.
Yeah.
And just getting behind early. And then I think that the main thing is this year they got off to a slow start. They lost 2 of their first 3, I believe.
They did.
Yeah.
And they kind of ruined their position in the playoff. So they ended up having to go to Buffalo and not have a number 1 seed like they had last year. I mean, think about it. The last 2 years in the playoffs, Chris, Buffalo is a couple of fumbles and like 1 or 2 plays away from having a chance to play for a Super Bowl championship. They're not that far.
Yeah. I mean, all 3 of those teams you could probably put it 3 or 4 plays between those 3 teams and make a big difference.
So, I mean, I don't think I'm selling because I don't think you need a big name like Davante
Well,
Adams.
and obviously that's going to depend on how much is Davante willing to say, I want to win and I'll play for minimum, or is he saying, because how much is left on his contract?
He's owed $36 million next year, something like that.
Yeah, so I don't know about that. Yeah, that makes it a little bit tougher there.
That's a lot.
All right, so the next one we got the Bengals tag and trade T. Higgins. Holy smokes. Joey, are you buying or selling that?
I'm buying.
Oh.
Because the Bengals need to have a lot to fix on their defensive end. They have a top-tier quarterback. I think that top-tier quarterback can turn guys into really good players that would complement Ja'Marr Chase. I think he is that good. So take someone like T. Higgins, who will be a number 1 on a lot of other teams, and get the extra draft picks, build up the defense.
Their defense was decent until they got good and all the players got paid somewhere else. Only guys and the guys who are good this year, they don't want to pay them. They don't want to pay Henderson next year.
Right.
So, okay, Chris, are you buying or selling?
Yeah, I mean, this one I'm kind of going back and forth because you look at, okay, if we're going to compete against the teams in the AFC, we have enough offense to compete. It's now our defense. And most of those teams, if you look at those 3 teams, Baltimore, Kansas City, Buffalo, none of those 3 teams have done it with 2 elite wide receivers, right? If you look at that model. But then if you look on the other side, Philly's model, they've done it with 2 elite receivers and an elite running back and then a pretty good quarterback. So kind of which way is you wanting to go with your model?
The one thing, like I said, with the Philly model, the outlier, their O-line is ridiculous.
True. True. So,
their O-line stay healthy all year, didn't they?
All year long for the most part.
All year.
Yeah.
But Philly, you cannot replicate falling into Saquon, right? Like, I mean, they've done everything right.
Not having to play Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in
Detroit, which would have been a big deal.
So I don't know if you can say, I want to replicate what Philly is doing. So to me, you can probably I don't know if teams have necessarily just dominated with 2 really, truly elite guys on the offensive end. I feel like if you have Chase and a pretty good receiver on the other side, I feel like even though as good as T. Higgins is, I think Joe Burrow is going to still get his. Chase is going to get his. And I think I'm with Joey probably. As much as I like T. Higgins and I like to, because he puts up numbers there for sure.
Are you buying?
I'm selling that trade.
Are you selling?
No. I'm sorry. I'm buying that trade.
Buying that trade. Okay.
Yeah, I'm buying.
And one thing about the Philly model that we got to remember, they have hit on the draft on defense the last 3 or 4 years, like ridiculously hit on it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, last year Cooper DeJean was an early to or a mid to late first.
Got him in the second round.
Falls out.
They traded up to get him. Got him in the second round. Old boy dropped out of the top.
Jalen Carter was a first pick at one point.
And dropped because of some legal issues. And the other guy, the other So they got both their tackles are Georgia tackles.
The Jordan Davis guy, he's a beast. Yeah.
Same thing. Like he kind of fell to them. So I mean, hey,
I mean, they're just making Philly's just making all the right news. That Braun guy,
all of them.
oh, the Braun dude.
they like Joey mouthful of food. They like the Hawks. they got shooters everywhere. Yeah, definitely. All the right. I mean, you think about it. You look back at when they drafted Hurts. They had drafted a first round quarterback the year before.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's
took a second round QB the year
and
after
then somehow for Tennessee, you get AJ Brown for nothing, really. I mean,
for peanuts.
I mean, in the receiver.
Tell me, do you even remember what the Tennessee Titans turned AJ Brown into?
Don't.
I mean, yeah, and then they drafted. Remember, Titans drafted. Was it Burks? They got
he's a Burks bust.
Yeah, I think because he was kind of the same build and all that. I think they just said we're not going to pay AJ Brown. We'll just find another AJ Brown.
No.
Yeah, those don't grow on trees.
Brown wasn't even. I mean, like AJ Brown's on the same team as DK Metcalf. Neither one of those guys were super high draft picks.
Yeah, I mean they were both, but
great pros. Brown is a great pro when he's healthy. All right, I am also buying that. I mean, listen.
Come on, JB.
You got a young guy. Get you a young tight end. You got the Triple Crown winner. You got a decent running back in Brown. You just need it, and you got some decent pieces at wide receiver. I mean, if T. Higgins can turn into you getting some draft picks on D and improving your team, do it. But Joe Burrow is pretty much saying, hey, we should do like Philly, just pay everybody. That's what Joe Burrow said. Philly pays everybody.
Yeah.
We should be like them.
Yeah, but Cincinnati has never shown that they want to be that style of just pay everybody.
Right.
Philly is doing it smart because I mean everybody's paid, but ain't nobody hungry and complaining.
Oh, winning helps too.
Yeah.
Here's all.
I mean, but last year they didn't win. They had problems. And guess what they did? They had problems and they fixed them. They went out and said, you know what? Our defensive backfield sucked. Let's improve it with 2 first-round draft picks.
First 2 picks we're gonna make defensive back.
Sure did.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
you got an owner that listens.
Still makes me sick to my stomach. Okay. All right. Browns trade Myles Garrett for 2 first-rounders. Who could they get to? So we talking about a first-rounder this year and the next year.
Yeah.
Because has anybody got 2 first-rounders this year that they can give up?
I'm not sure if anyone has 2 first. I mean, for me,
I'll start. Let me start.
All right, you go ahead.
If I'm the Browns, I'm blowing it up. I'm just like, you know what? We need to go ahead and start with a youth movement. So we still got to pay Deshaun Watson his contract. Let's just blow it up.
Defer it.
So when his contract is over, we have a clean slate, and we already built a team up to keep going.
Call the Dodgers.
Get rid of Myles Garrett. Send him somewhere not in the AFC. Do not send them to a team that you got to play because then you go
night.
That was a mistake.
You'll be going night.
I'm gonna go crazy.
Have you seen him?
He's a freak.
He's
of
really
nature.
good.
Yeah. Oh no, he's beyond good. But no, just go ahead and sit, man. Maybe right now should be like y'all said. They should be putting C4 everywhere in the building.
Blow it up.
And just walk out. Don't even, do the Mark Wahlberg walk from Shooter. He blows up the house and just walks like it's just normal.
Call in Oppenheimer's great grandson.
Hey, build us something.
Dial it up. Walk away. Boom.
Yeah. Slow motion.
Buying that all day.
Buy it. I'm right there with you. I'm blowing everything up, starting over. He's in his prime. You can get it. You probably get even more.
You can get the house.
Get what you can. Just don't have anyone from the Dallas Mavericks give you any information of how to do it, because you'll get the least amount possible. Blow it up.
We won't talk with anybody. We'll just make one phone call.
If
and
Jerry,
we end up with
if Jerry Jones can turn Herschel Walker into 3 Super Bowls,
absolutely,
Myles Garrett can change your life, Cleveland.
Absolutely. It will change. Like you said, JB, it will change your life.
They're like, Deshaun, how do we end up with Justin Tucker?
That trade too?
It's like, what's Justin Tucker doing here?
Oh my God. Are you buying that trade, Joey?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Just blow it up. You know, I'm always a guy who I don't want to be caught just kind of not able to compete. Obviously, that guaranteed contract, that could have set a new bar if he came in and really balled out like he was supposed to. Now that just looks like the worst contract in sports, probably. And now they're trying to just dig themselves out of that hole. And unfortunately, you're going to have some shrapnel now with Myles Garrett. And you basically are losing you'll probably end up losing a Hall of Famer. But, I think that you almost have to, because, it's like I said with the Giants and Saquon Saquon at the Giants, first off, probably isn't doing that, but they had no real need for Saquon to pay him that money. They ran the franchise to the level where they ended up wasting Saquon, and they had to get rid of him.
Have paid him and traded him not to Philly, not let him walk for free.
Oh, I agree. And that's why we're saying here the best thing to do is trade, get as much as possible from Myles Garrett, because that's the one piece you have that looks like you could really get, Myles, get something for. So yeah, if you can get 3 first, go for it.
Yeah, get it all.
You can turn around your franchise in a year or two.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right. So the next one, we got Texans trade up to get a receiver in the first round. I am selling this. There is nobody in the first round that they're going to get that's going to change what they do. They already have John Mechie there. Give him a chance first. This year, they probably losing Diggs. Tank Dell's done for the year, right? Just you need to draft something else besides a receiver at this point. In the first round, really is only like what? This year is 3 first-round guys. Burton, the guy from Zona, and the kid from Ohio State, maybe. They're looking like first-round receivers.
Yeah, I think that's probably who, because they'd have to go way up to get the Arizona guy. They're not in that level. Yeah. I think Burton's probably.
They need to keep that trade capital. Your defense is pretty solid. And you just need to work on play calling, ball safety. You played Kansas City. They played Kansas City pretty good.
Yeah.
They had a rough season. But I wouldn't trade up when maybe a year from now you get Dell back. You got a year to develop Mechie. You still got that big kid Hutchinson, and you probably can get some complimentary receivers in a later round. Why use that trade capital for a receiver now? And Nico Collins is a beast. He would have been up there in the tier with Chase and Jefferson if he didn't get hurt.
Right.
For those like 5 or 6 games. So no, I'm selling this one. What you guys think?
Well, I think I'm also going to sell this one. I think even though he may have had a sophomore slump, I think CJ Stroud is that good. So I think in this case, I'm going to do my best to make sure that CJ Stroud is always healthy. So I'm going to always add to the offensive line to see that he is healthy. They have an outstanding defensive-minded head coach who I think his scheme is so good that his defense is always going to be competitive.
The old
So I'm
mogul.
not worried about defense because that guy is that good when it comes to building a defense and having an attacking defense and a defense that's going to keep your team in the game. I want to make sure that my franchise quarterback is as healthy as
He
possible.
was getting
Offensive line.
sacked. He was getting sacked a little bit too much this season, and in the playoffs too.
In
So
the
yeah,
playoff game, he got sacked 8 times.
I thought so. That was the game they won, though, right? Was that the one they won?
They lost. That's the game they lost.
They lost the
against-
Kansas City game. They
How many
won.
times did he get sacked in the first game, though?
The first game against Kansas
That was
City.
against the Chargers.
He got sacked a lot in that game too, didn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely.
No, because it was more of the points came from the defense scoring.
Right.
That
let's
was
see.
second half. It was close first half. Second half, they started putting it on the Chargers. Because remember, the
Chargers game, he
favored.
was sacked 3.
Okay, still a lot for playoffs. So you
Yeah,
got
I'm with you. I'm with you guys. I mean, I think we just said, if you look at Buffalo, you look at the 3 teams, you got to create an identity. You have, like JB said, a truly elite wide receiver, a top 5 guy. It could be a top 5 guy in the league, that level of wide receiver. Like JB said, Mechie could turn into, and he started playing well. I mean, really, the offense that they put out against Kansas City, they played really well against the Chargers. Kansas City, it was close. I mean, Kansas City won, but for a while, that game was still a couple plays away. Could have gone either way. So you assume Stroud kind of comes back, bounces back a little bit. And then, like you guys say, I don't want to waste unless I'm maybe a player away. And I don't think there's a wide receiver in this class other than maybe the Arizona kid that's really like that level of a guy that could completely turn your roster around. But to jump up to get him, because they're probably, where are they drafting? They're probably drafting in the low 20s, right? I'd imagine they got to go way up to get like a true game changer. Now, obviously, there are guys who hit later. You never know. But maybe Egbuka, if they want that, maybe he falls to you. I just wouldn't trade up because you have other needs. To me, they're not necessarily in a position where they just are so good everywhere that they just don't, you just want to get rid of the capital. So in the NFL, it's not like basketball where, there's only 5 or 6 guys that are real true playmakers. You can find talent all over. So to me, I'm saying hold on to that, and maybe Egbuka falls to you. If not, you got other needs.
The Texans are drafted in 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'd have to go way up to get the Arizona kid. I could see Egbuka falling to 25, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do our picks when we see how many, and we'll hit.
I know, right? See what this year's going to be really interesting when we try to sit down.
Maybe this will be our year since we've never.
Yeah, just throwing random darts and be like, oh yeah.
We finally our year.
All right, here we go. The next one. The Jags move on from Travis Etienne. Let's start with you guys.
Yeah, let me go. I'll take this one. I mean, it's crazy because 2 years ago, we were talking about this guy as a top 5 guy. You're looking at potentially a top 5 guy. And then he comes around and he's just a fantasy bust. But some of it is just that the Jags were horrible this year. Trevor Lawrence kind of has taken a step back when everyone thought he was kind of going the other way when they won that playoff game. They really haven't found a way to use Etienne's strengths, I don't think. I mean, he's not necessarily a guy who's going to get you. There's very few guys that are going to get you 20-something carry, Derrick Henry type of guys, Saquon type of guys anyway.
Right.
But I think Etienne has always shown the ability to be a playmaker, getting the ball touches in a variety of ways, and they just can't seem to use him. I think Bigsby kind of came in this year, but, I mean, most teams have 2 guys, you know what I mean? So I don't think that's – now, would I move on? I think unless you're thinking Tanks Bigsby is really – because at this point, what are you going to get for Etienne anyway? I mean, there are teams that'll need a running back.
Yeah, always.
So, and he's a proven pro that can be a pure number 1. So there definitely are teams that could upgrade with Etienne. It's just what are you getting back? What's the market for a guy and a running back? You're probably having to, if you get rid of him, I feel like you're probably going to lose that trade. Some team is going to get way more value than they're probably having to pay out. So to me, I'm just letting him ride out until maybe towards, I don't know when his contract's up, but I just say
he's still on his rookie contract. And plus, I mean, he got fresh legs. Remember, he didn't play his whole first year.
yeah, so I'm selling this one. I feel like I'm still, like we talked about before, you just use the running backs up. If you got a guy who's talented, you always need running backs, and if you're not paying an absurd amount of money for him, then because it's not like you get a value back in the deal. To me,
Right.
what do you say, Joey?
I'm agreeing with you. Jacksonville is arguably the worst team in the NFL. Also, they had expectations, a Super Bowl winning coach, a franchise, a maybe franchise quarterback who is a Daniel Jones, who's Daniel Jones like according to JB, and JB's not off from that. So this is another Cleveland Browns thing. Blow it up, get rid of him. Oppenheimer, blow
you
it up.
buying, huh? You buying on the
Joey's buying it.
I am buying that. Yes.
Yeah, you're buying that trade.
Yes.
This is selling. All right.
Get him out.
I am actually with Chris. This is my reason why. If you want to see how good Trevor Lawrence is, why take away playmakers from him?
Makes sense.
Their biggest problem is the O-line, right? You don't have a lot of backs with the explosiveness as Travis Etienne. And sometimes, as we saw with the Giants in Philly, it's not the player. It's the team and how they use the player. This guy can be a stud. He has proven that he can carry the load. He can catch the ball. He can do whatever you need. But if you have piss poor coaching and the Jags had no identity.
None.
They need Urban Meyer back.
You watch I'm telling you, you watch a Jags game, they'll run the ball and Etienne will get 2 yards and they'll make it seem like it's Etienne's fault when nobody's blocking.
That's it. Get over here.
Pull him.
And then
pull him out. What is he doing?
Just they praise Trevor Lawrence and you watch the game, you're like, this dude is just missing it. He's like not seeing the field.
Canada won.
So anyway, I don't think what? I think it says, what does it mean when I'm looking at his status? It says club. Is he on a club option?
So probably he's on his
contract. I think out here they might cut him. Let's see. What does that mean?
Let me see if
that means that they might cut him before.
Maybe that's why. Maybe they think maybe he's
before June 1st because he's due this year. He's due $6 million.
Okay.
And they probably, they would save money.
I mean, and that's probably what the discussion is, if he's getting $6 million, but that's still, to me, that's still
the last year of his contract now. This is the last year of it.
This puts him, if you look at $6 million, that's still not up there with the big dogs. But I mean, I guess if you feel like you can get away with Tank's Big Me at $1 million, and take that $5 million and put it elsewhere.
Now it looks like in April of last year, Jacksonville exercised the $1.43 million option for 2025. But what is, because now I'm looking at, like, I see here on this thing, it has status club with a check beside it, and then at the end it has cut. It says if he is released or traded before June 1st, all of the dead cap remaining on his contract accelerates into the current year. So if it says pre June 1st release, dead cap $6 million. Pre-trade, they save $6 million. They trade him, right?
This is about to be his fourth year.
1, 2, 3, 4. This to be his fifth.
Oh wow, okay.
Remember his first year he didn't play. He
Contract year.
He had plantar fasciitis really bad, didn't play, or broken fracture. No, it was something else. He had Liz Frank, I believe. Whatever that funny foot injury is. And it says if post 6-1, there's a dead cap hit, right?
Yeah.
Then trade, they still can save. They trade them. So, I mean, the only way they're gonna save the money is trade them. I mean, or let me see, or they can release them.
Right.
So if they release them, somebody gonna get a bargain.
Yeah, they are.
All right. I mean, you gonna get a running back who for a fifth-year running back who's really a 4-year running back who shared the ball this year and missed some time, was hurt. He doesn't have a lot of wear on his tires.
No, there's not.
College level, the dude was a monster.
Well, you're looking at right around $7 million is Aaron Jones, Pollard, Swift, Bijan's at 5.4, Miles Sanders at 6.3.
Miles Sanders, he's gonna get cut probably.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But Bijan on the rookie contract.
Yep.
But all the rest of the guys, Aaron Jones, Pollard, Swift, Henry, Hubbard just re-upped.
Bijan going to his third year.
Those guys are all get paid more than
third year this year.
So he's not gonna hold out yet. Or would he?
Hold out when you're 8-9. You're 8-9, you can't hold out.
Okay.
All right. So I was I think on that one, Chris was selling, Joey was buying, and I was selling. All right. The next one is Steelers trade for Matthew Stafford. I'll start. Sell. Why? To go 10-7, 9-8 again. Yeah. No. I'm selling, but you guys can go ahead and argue about it.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think here with what is that?
About it, man.
I will buy.
Okay, here's the thing, Joey. It's the Steelers.
Joey wants the new standard.
Is their O-line good enough to hold up and block? Because they had two guys. They had Justin Fields mobile. They have Russell Wilson semi-mobile. So you're going to Matthew Stafford, who is not mobile at all?
That's a great point, JB. And they do have a few more holes also, but I just think that the Steelers are desperate. And I think that they will possibly overreact and just try to they would make a move like this to bring excitement. Hey, we can go over the top.
You're not buying because you like it. You're buying because of desperation.
They're desperate.
Here's the thing, Joey.
That's
Here's the thing you gotta remember. How long Stafford been in the league?
15 years.
He's never played. He's never been an outside QB, Joey. He's never been on a team that's an outside team. It's no freaking way he going to the Steelers.
It's a great point.
You trade me to the Steelers? I'm retiring.
Nah.
Why? He's been in the dome his whole life.
Yeah.
He's been in Detroit and so far.
I mean,
to the cold in Pittsburgh. Are you crazy?
Well, are we pretty sure? Are we sure they're not going to bring back Wilson or Fields? They're definitely letting them both walk.
Listen, it don't matter. They're not going for Stafford. That would be a
midday.
I could see what Joey's saying, that they may be desperate. I don't see the Rams making that trade at this point? Because I still feel like they played the Super Bowl champs of everybody. They played them the best of everybody. They're still now, obviously, Cooper Kupp is a little bit older, but they played pretty well. They played well this year. They've got, like we were talking about defensive rookies. Remember, there's two of the guys they brought up. So Kyron Williams is still young. Nacua is still young. They're getting Higbee back. Like, the Rams are right there.
Joey boy, telling Higbee.
So to me, I could see why, because is Tomlin starting to get an itchy trigger now because Pittsburgh has just been so mediocre for a long time that they maybe make a bold move. But I just don't see the Rams making that deal for them, because what are they going to do at quarterback then? I don't think they're ready to throw in the towel.
Who's their backup QB right now? Is it oh boy, pretty boy?
Some guy.
No, it's a pretty boy from the old 49ers QB.
Garoppolo?
Yeah.
He's not on who? Pittsburgh?
No, the Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Yeah. Yeah.
They still have the kid from
Stetson Bennett.
Georgia. Was it Stetson Bennett?
Yeah.
I don't see the Rams making that move. I could see maybe Pittsburgh going all in.
The Rams are trying to trade Cooper Kupp. They probably thinking, their defense is young. All they need is another young receiver or whatever, or who knows, but they ain't that far. Like Chris said, they ain't that far away.
Yeah, I mean, they played Philly well. They could have won that game.
Yep. The end of the game, it just came down to a couple turnovers, man. Turnovers will get you, man. Ball security is a must. All right. So we had a sell, and a buy by Joey. Buying that Stafford's going out in the cold and playing. All right. The last one, the Titans trade the first overall pick.
I think we talked about this one before. Should they? And now it's kind of a question of will they? I'm buying. If anybody's willing to trade up, and that's the question. I don't think Tennessee wants this pick. I've been hearing that they're trying to get out. It's really, you just have to have a buyer. You have to have somebody who's willing to come up.
They will.
And somebody probably will come up, because that's the nature.
The Raiders.
But I would say, for me, I think that they should, if I'm buying, if I'm Tennessee and someone's willing to come up, I think Cam Ward could be a good starter in this league. But to me, unless you think he's a Jaden Daniels that can turn this franchise around, we saw like with Caleb Williams. We saw with Caleb Williams.
Too old for that.
Where you take a really good player and you throw him into still a mediocre team, even as good. We've seen way more Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, where they're elite guys coming out and then they struggle for a while. Then we have Jaden Daniels, where they just hit the ground running. Those guys throughout. Now we've seen two in a row, but they whatever they found however they found it, they got the guy. But to me, I'm still playing with. I don't think Cam Ward is that guy. I still think he has a long way to go. So to me, I'm still building up my roster, and then I'll make a move on the quarterback. So I'm buying. If I'm Tennessee, if someone's willing to come up and you can get a haul for him, go for it.
Yep. Joey, what you think, Mr. Honey Bun?
I am absolutely going to trade this pick if I am Tennessee.
So you got to buy.
I will. I will definitely buy this. Get out of there. Look. I think Ward and Sanders are better than any option that they have at quarterback right now. But if the experts are correct, this is not the draft that you're going to put a number one overall pick on.
Go in there
on a quarterback.
Tank it up maybe for next year.
Absolutely. For Buttons man coming in next year.
Yeah.
Tank for Arch.
Think Arch coming out after 1 year starting?
After 1 year.
Okay.
After 1 year. Time
The
to go
last
then.
guy who did that was Trubisky. Look what happened to him.
Yikes.
Right, the rest of the guys who've been drafted in a high round, they played a lot, right?
But I would say Trubisky was kind of a 1 year. Him and Daniel Jones were like 1 year wonders.
Yeah, I think Daniel Jones played a lot more than Trubisky, though.
He played, but he had that one elite year that kind of shot him up. Both of those guys kind of had those years where they kind of shot up the draft boards.
I mean, Tennessee really could trade that pick. I'm going to buy two. They could trade that pick.
Yeah.
And draft one of those late round quarterbacks and see what they can do.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart may be good.
I mean, you're hearing now a lot of Jackson Dart talk anyway.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you trade back. You're going to get a good amount if you trade back. We know that number one pick, even if this year isn't as valuable, it's still, you got to pay a pretty big ransom to get up. So you're at least getting a pretty good haul, and you can still trade back and find a massive amount of talent.
Definitely can.
You can still find game changers all the way in the first round. So this year is not the year for quarterback, but who knows? I mean, maybe it will be, but
Shedeur can't throw that thing down the field. He throws a nice ball.
That's not what JT O'Sullivan said. JT's like, I don't know, fam. I don't know.
He said he's nervous. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I wonder what those guys are going to do at the combine.
Is he not even going in the combine?
Neither of them will probably throw. Really, what's the point? If I'm either of them, I'm not throwing.
Not at all.
Hurt your draft position.
I agree.
Get them. Yeah. I guess
there's no need.
After the combine, don't most of them gets to do pro days anyway.
Yeah.
A lot of the top guys, really.
Yeah.
You have no point, especially Shedeur, if he's a guy who doesn't push the ball. If his arm strength isn't great,
have a nice layout, receivers that do your pro day, and that's it. Go out there
and go get paid.
Look really good. And get out.
Looks like we're talking about Chris has another game for us to trick us.
Hey, you guys did all right last time.
Yeah, we did.
If Buttons want to get on.
Top 10. What's this one on?
So this one is on, I found on ESPN. This one is top 10 college football stadiums. So it's all college football stadiums.
Oh, this is we're gonna knock this out.
You guys gonna crank this one out.
We're gonna knock this out.
We'll see if Buttons jumps on. I mean, I think there's.
As soon as you said it, he jumped on.
Buttons, boom, he's ready. And I haven't heard Buttons talk about if he's high on Shedeur, because I know he likes Colorado or did.
Let's see.
We coming
here.
We coming.
We coming here being Gavin McShooter.
Upset about his first baseman either going to be a Yankee or a Red Sox. Yeah,
he got that slice out. That sweet potato.
No, I had to come on here. JB.
What you think about the sweet potato pie?
The suspense has been killing me, JB.
But first, I want you to tell everybody this. If JB said he gonna do something,
he's gonna do it. So, for people who do not know, we did a Thanksgiving special around November. We ranked our Thanksgiving dishes. Now, this pie was, I believe, on 2 lists. It was on JB's, and I don't know if it was on Joey's. I think it might have been on Joey's as well.
Yeah.
And I told JB I've never had a slice of sweet potato pie. Now, what does JB do? JB personally gift wraps me a sweet potato pie. Now, it got here apparently a little late, a little crumpled up, but I did not. I saved for tonight's show. I will be eating right now my first bite of
wait, Buttons, hold up,
pie.
Hold up, Buttons.
Yes.
Warm it up.
Warm it up. It just came out cold.
Warm it up, Buttons.
Buttons.
Give it 15 seconds, Buttons.
All right, I'll be right back.
Running out there. You don't want to. Why is it way? I mean, I usually would warm it up. You think it's way better?
Yes. Yes.
Some people even put whipped cream on theirs.
Yes. Yes. Like just like Craig. Yeah.
Patty pie.
But remember, Buttons is a white dude, so we'll see. We'll see if this crosses over.
Maybe like,
he's like,
Buttons
yeah, that's
ain't
not
never
bad.
going back,
You're like,
Chris.
what?
Buttons ain't never going back
He's never going back.
after that bite. He ain't never going back.
All right, Buttons. There we go.
Come on, Buttons.
That's good.
Yeah,
Oh,
Buttons.
yeah,
That's
he's
yes,
never
sir,
going
Buttons.
back.
You know, JB, I know that you said, I think you said to me, because I had pumpkin pie on my list,
Uh-huh.
because I like pumpkin pie.
Uh-huh.
This rivals pumpkin pie.
That's a big.
That's big. That's big for me.
From Buttons, that's big.
I feel like it's smoother too.
oh, it's smoother.
It's smoother than a pumpkin pie.
But
yeah.
but thank you, JB. I really appreciate it. And I don't think I'll be bringing this upstairs to anyone else but me.
There you go.
I was gonna
Buttons.
say, you gonna share?
Enjoy, man. Enjoy, man. You need to.
Now it's got to come. That's got a new staple for Thanksgiving.
That's it.
Let me tell you, Buttons, that is a store-bought pie.
Really?
I mean, like that came from that comes from like a manufacturer of pies. What I'm telling you is, ain't nothing like a homemade sweet potato pie.
Joey makes Joey, what do you call yours? You make something really good.
Sweet potato casserole that he claimed is good, but I know it ain't better than mine.
Oh, you guys need a taste off.
It's on, JB.
Uh-oh.
It
Hey, you guys
is
got to get
on.
a taste off.
It is on.
Let Buttons be the decider.
Yes, it is on.
That's good. That's good,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm pulling it up. So for Thanksgiving, I think Joey had Chris had candy yams on there.
I like yams. I like what Joey makes. I like all that stuff.
Joey had his sweet potato souffle as number 1.
Ooh.
I had sweet potato pie as my number 6. I forgot what the hell I said is TGS. What's that stand for?
You said TGS?
Yeah, turkey. I'm trying to think what that
Turkey gravy stuffing, JB, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Buns had turkey 1. Joey and Chris had MPG.
Oh, mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris had number 1. Okay.
I'll go like last week. I had sweet potato every day.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll make them and like I won't load them up like Joey's is loaded up. Like it's I would. I think it's better. It's just sweet potatoes are actually they're healthy for you and stuff. Usually you see that. Not probably you could load them up with like Joey's. I don't know.
Oh yeah, mine are not healthy at all.
So if you ever eat a sweet potato, like you put it in the oven, you bake it. When you take it out, what you want to do, if you really want to just make it just a simple, some sweet butter.
Yes.
With brown sugar.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I do. That's all. I'll just make it that, and then
That's all you need, because when you make a souffle like that, I don't know what Joey probably uses sweet potato, got a little egg in it, got a little flour in it. Depends. Some people may use a little cream, and you got a little, you got your pecans or walnuts. I don't know what Joey used. What you use, pecan or walnuts, Joey? Use a little bit of both.
I have a new recipe that may use either or, JB.
Okay, so our sweet potato is good. Pumpkins.
That's not your thing, JB.
No.
I mean, I've had my grandma. I grew up on a farm, so we had pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie. We also had something called mincemeat pie. my grandma made all kind of stuff. Everything she made was not good. Listen, 99.9% of the things she made were good. I ate all of it, but pumpkin pie, mincemeat pie. That was my dad's. That was my dad's favorite. A mincemeat pie is basically a raisin pie. Fried grape pie like that. It's like yeah. You can look it up. That's your
dad's favorite.
Yeah, it was his favorite.
Wow. Only the great Peter Brown could eat something like that.
Loving the old mincemeat.
Love some fried green tomatoes.
Oh, I do like fried green tomatoes.
Oh, you like that? Okay. See, nice. All right. So I guess we are on the
So Buttons, this one we're doing top 10 again. You guys are guessing. This one is college football stadiums. So this one you guys should
college football stadiums.
It's just ranked. It's just ranked 1 through. I found a ranking 1 through 10 best football stadiums.
Okay.
So you guys gotta. I mean, you can give me the stadium name.
You're gonna destroy this.
You're gonna go 10 for. You're gonna go 10 for 10 here.
10 for 10.
10 for 10. But I think we should. I think we'll maybe go 50% on this one. I believe. I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I'm thinking about some of the iconic stadiums in college football.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, 2 of them could have the same name.
I'm looking through. There's one I would have thought would have been higher. A couple I would have thought, but all right, we go ahead. So who wants to start it off?
I'll start it off with the Big House.
Yes.
University of Michigan.
That's on there. Let me see. That is number 3.
Michigan. I'm writing this stuff down. Hang on.
Yeah, Buttons. I got one from last week too.
Michigan. Okay.
I got it written down.
I got you.
All right. Who wants number 2? 1 for 1 so far.
Go on, Buttons.
I have to take the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
Notre Dame Stadium, number 4.
Gotta be. Gotta be.
You know my list too. Notre Dame Stadium. Touchdown, Jesus.
That's right.
It's good.
All right, Joey.
I will be.
They come out too. It says "Be great"? What's that sign they always have? The smack.
Yes, play like a champion.
Play like a champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today.
Like a champion until it's
national championship
time. Until it's championship time, guys.
Yes, that is true. I will be going to the Godfather's Happy Valley area, and I will be putting Beaver Stadium in there.
That is number 5.
Beaver Stadium.
That's okay. For sure.
There you go.
For sure.
So
Beaver, Notre Dame, and
Michigan.
This one is probably the most iconic stadium in college football.
Okay.
It's an old stadium, but probably the most iconic.
Okay.
The Rose Bowl.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yep.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
UCLA.
Yeah.
I said Joey recently, I said I love on TV, Rose Bowl on TV like shows up well. Like it's just like some stadiums
definitely does.
Are like dark or whatever, but I think it's because of the way that their layout is. It always shows up really well.
It's like
it goes like long. It's not straight up like a lot of the newer ones.
All right, guys. We're gonna keep the streak going.
Okay.
No pressure.
I have to go with one of the most iconic teams of the last 20 years. This stadium has to be on there. Bryant-Denny Stadium in Alabama.
Snuck in number 9.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. All right, it's getting tight now.
Oh, Joey, Joey, it's some softballs out there, bro. Come on, man.
I think I got one, JB.
I want some softball.
Think I got one. I'm gonna. The Horseshoe.
That is number 7.
There we go.
The Horseshoe.
Oh.
home of the national champions.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I mean,
The Ohio State University.
one of these. Let me try to think of the right one. I mean,
That's 6 of them, right?
yeah. All right. So the pressure's on me to keep it going.
So you
okay.
got left is number 1.
6.
Number 1.
8 and 10.
6, 8, and 10.
All right. So
2 of them are going to be a little harder.
2 of them are going to be a little harder. Wow. Let's see. Man, popular stadiums. We already said we've been covered most of the. I mean, this stadium used to be this. You know what? I'm gonna go off the beaten path here.
All right.
This stadium becomes the second largest place for people in the state
Right.
during their games.
Yeah.
I mean, they have fallen on hard times since they joined the Big Ten. But back in the day, everybody wanted to go to, I can't think of the name of their stadium, but it's the home of the black shirts, the stadium that Nebraska plays in.
Memorial Stadium.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick, JB.
16.
Oh,
that's the one. That was one of when I said I'm surprised they're not up there. That was one of the ones where I was surprised.
Okay.
All right.
That is a good pick because I probably would have said that if I was doing it.
I blew it. Blew the street.
All right, JB.
Now that the monkey's off your back, now who cares? Now there's no pressure.
Oh man. I have one more. I kind of have one more. I had one more in the chamber. I'm gonna use it.
All right.
I think.
I had a couple in the chamber, but I try to go with the beat.
I don't know for sure if this would make it because they always seem to lose big games, but it seems like every single time I'm watching a primetime game in like November, this team is in it. Now they usually will lose it, but the stadium is rocking with the white and the orange.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Neyland Stadium?
Neyland Stadium.
Number 10.
Oh,
all right, number 10. Number 10. They're in the 10. Right. They're in 10.
Backdoored it.
Well, still didn't get number 1 though.
So you got 8, 6, and 1.
All right, Joey. I'm telling you, like one of these guys has the same name as another one. I know it does.
I've got one.
I haven't used that one yet, but
I've got one
in
that
the chamber.
It
so you have 2 in the
rocks. As JB said, they've sort of fallen on tough times lately. And I've learned I'm not a big Tom Petty guy, but I've learned I won't back down by listening to them lose. Because that's a song that they play as a rally song at the Swamp.
Let me see. Number 20.
What?
Number 20, Joe.
Oh boy.
The Swamp is 20?
I won't back down.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I didn't even get down that low.
Now, this team right here shares a stadium name with another team, but this team has the second best record in college football over the last 10 years, I believe.
10 years?
Something like that. I'm going to go with Death Valley and Clemson.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's a good pick.
That's a really good one.
Yep.
Old Dabo, number 11.
Oh!
Couldn't sneak in old Dabo. He ain't in there.
Oh. It could be the other one that could be in the top 10.
Oh, he is not happy about that.
Yeah, could be. Yes, JB. Yes.
He is not happy about that.
That will be there.
I'm gonna go. You guys were talking about this guy before the show. My boy, a legacy, if you will. I'm gonna go with Arch Manning and Texas.
Good one, Buttons.
That is not in there. Let me see.
Not even in the top whatever?
25.
What?
Wow.
All right.
Dang.
No respect.
Okay.
Okay.
Now JB mentioned one that is I'm gonna leave that because he thought of that one. So I'm going to go to
I'm not even gonna use that one, Joey.
I'm going to go to a Big Ten school, a school that has been relevant over the last 25 to 30 years, and they're dying for a national championship. Oregon Ducks, Autzen Stadium.
Ducks, newly in the Big Ten, 14.
Autzen Stadium. All right, here we go.
You guys getting that? You guys are knocking the teams out now.
All right, here we go. Probably the most dominant team in the last 5 years. They played between the hedges. Sanford Stadium.
Number 18.
Oh.
You guys are killing the teams right now.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
You already got 11. Well, you got a bunch of the teens knocked out.
11, 18, 16.
You got 14 knocked out, 16 knocked out, 18.
All right. Got four stadiums left. I'm trying to think.
You got 3 left, right? 3.
3? Okay.
3, yeah.
Yeah, 3 left.
All right.
Goodness.
I got my next pick. I'm going. I know what I'm going with.
All right, Buttons.
Gotta be.
All right. I went with Texas last time. I'm gonna go with the 12th man in Texas A&M.
Yes, Buttons.
Come on,
Number
Chris.
13.
No!
Oh my goodness.
12 number 13. Oh my God.
That's where I thought you were going because you were saying they always lose big games.
That ain't right.
They do always seem to lose big games, and they are also on TV usually early.
That ain't right.
So I was like, oh, he's going Texas A&M.
Who's doing these rankings?
Where's this one at?
Yeah, who's doing these rankings?
This one's ESPN.
I'm gonna call ESPN.
that ain't right.
Somebody on the take.
Okay. I think we do know what one of those 3 is. We're gonna leave that there. That's like our ace.
That's the softball when you need it.
We're gonna leave that one there. Let me do a wild card of one phenomenal game environment, but not even the best program in the state by far as of right now. I'm going to go Lane Stadium, Blacksburg.
Lane Stadium, great environment. 15.
Yeah.
That one's close. Again, you guys are killing that team.
I mean,
you guys are like knock out the whole
Metallica
top
made it in the 15.
All right,
Top
so
15. Got it.
There's only one stadium in the nation that just stands out from every other stadium. If this is not in the top 10, this list is a joke. If they don't have the blue fields, something's wrong.
Blue field doesn't even make the list. It's in the others receiving. It's at like. Now I think this was voted on because they give you a certain amount of votes, so it must have been voted on by because each field has a certain amount of votes.
It must be okay. All right, so
all of the names are big. They're all big schools.
They're biggish schools.
Yeah, okay. So yeah,
we got 2 more. We already know one of them. We just got.
Let's go ahead and say it. Get out the way. Gotta be there.
There is one smaller school outside that number 12 is a smaller school.
We definitely know one of them.
We definitely know one of them, but
one of them you guys know.
We definitely know one of them. So
I mean,
leave it there. Just leave.
I don't even know which one you're talking about. So how do I know?
You definitely know because he plays quarterback for the Washington Commanders.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll leave that one there.
We're
That's
gonna
fine.
leave that.
That was actually not going to be my pick. Actually, I was thinking just now, I know somebody. She's a friend of mine on Facebook, and she's the wife of a really good buddy of mine from New York.
Right.
And he is a Penn State guy.
Right.
Now she is this college, and she goes over there sometimes. It's on the west. Well, it's not like super west, but it's west.
Midwest.
And it's very red when she goes there. I'm gonna go with Wisconsin.
Yes, Buttons. That was my next pick.
Jump around number 8.
That's what's
Okay,
that.
okay. We're back on the board.
What's the last one? Okay.
Number 8.
She's always posting pictures about when she goes over there to the stadium. So
That place is always rocking.
That's rocking.
That place rocks.
Oh yeah.
All right, Joey.
So 2 more, and we know one of them.
We know one.
We definitely know one of them.
Know one of them. So you got one more, really.
Okay. We're going back to the Southeastern Conference. Some great ball has been played in this stadium. Heisman Trophy winners have been there. War Eagle, Jordan Hare Stadium.
Filling out the teens, number 17.
Oh, God.
All right.
God.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw this. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this softball out there. It got to be Death Valley and LSU.
Yeah.
It got to be number 6.
It is, JB.
Number 1.
Number 1,
Yep.
JB.
Yep.
Gotta be.
All right, so you got number 6 left.
Oh,
You know,
Any hint?
This just popped into my head, Chris. I have a football of one of my favorite players of all time behind me, Tim Tebow. Signed by him. I'm going with the Swamp.
We already did that, Buttons.
Oh, did we do that? Okay.
Yeah, Joey already said this.
It didn't freaking work.
Sorry about that.
That was number 20.
All right, I got you.
Tell me if you need a hint or you guys are still going. It's a huge program.
I got one.
Maybe not as big as some of the ones we've said, but it's a big program.
What about they do I think they do a huge, like a wagon with horses. They do a big display in Oklahoma.
Ooh, Sooner Stadium.
That's a good pull, but it's not it. They're number 24.
I got two good ones. Okay. I don't know. We haven't said this because this is somewhere else, but I'm going to go to the Big Ten, but I'm going to the West Coast because when they're on fire, the building is on fire, the band is playing well. I'm going to Coliseum.
That's the
Rose Bowl.
No, it's not.
No, UCLA is the Rose Bowl.
Oh, we Coliseum is USC. You're right.
22.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
No respect for the Coliseum.
Wow.
I got one. Right. Got another one.
All right, I'm just gonna go.
Another one.
I'm gonna go with one of Button's favorite teams, who he thought was going to have a great season this year.
Oh boy.
I believe, is their stadium? Was it Doak Campbell?
Doak Campbell, yeah.
That's it, JB.
FSU?
That's it, JB.
That could be it.
That's it.
19.
Oh. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. You said a big program, but not as big as the rest. So I'm
trying to think about I have a lot of friends that like college football. You know, my neighbor right up the road, college football season, he hangs this flag up and he goes to some of the games, and it's only about, I think it's like 3 or 4 hours away, maybe. West Virginia.
Morgantown.
That not even in the top 25. They might get some votes.
They throw batteries at the other.
They always burn couches. I don't think that got points for that.
They're crazy people over there.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the Southeastern Conference because there is an up-and-coming team in the Southeastern Conference that has upset some pretty big programs this past year. My man, Spencer Rattler, played there. I'm going University of South Carolina, Williams-Brice Stadium.
That is got 2 votes. You one of them votes, Joey? That's not a
Wow.
Ooh, okay, I'm looking at this list.
Let me know if you want a hint. I can tell you.
Gosh.
Just so y'all know, this list is Big Ten and SEC. It's mainly Big Ten,
Right.
and independent.
Yep.
Oh my God! So nobody in the Big 12 or ACC has a decent stadium in the top 10.
How is Oklahoma not on there?
I know,
Man,
that's nuts.
I mean, this can't be in the top 10, but I can't be.
Throw it out there, JB.
It's not going to be. It's no way. It's probably one of the best places to play. Watch it on TV. The presentation is always good, but I don't think nobody's going to do it. They like the sun in the sky and everybody out there singing Kumbaya. And, oh my God!
Throw it out there.
All right, I'm gonna throw it out there. Buttons knows it very well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the Carrier Dome.
Oh, that's not on there. That's not on there.
That is not on there. I don't see it on there.
Didn't receive 1 vote.
They didn't get a vote.
All right. It's in the ACC, so no ACC love. It seems like for nobody.
Yeah.
This is I'm not sure if the stadium's going to be on there, but this is a big game every year. It's around Christmas time, and it's a tradition like no other.
Yeah.
Army, Navy.
Yeah.
Going with Army.
Yeah.
Number 12.
Oh.
What?
The other one I said was small. I think you guys literally have. Hold on, let me look. You only have 3 stadiums total now on the list that you haven't. Of the top 25, you only have 3 left.
Who else is
good? Right.
2 Power 5 and 1 smaller school.
And this is number what that we're going
number
for?
6.
You saying number 6 is at a Power 5 school? Is
6 is a Power 5 school.
Okay.
Or whatever.
But it's a Power 4 school now.
Power 4 now.
Right, so that's our hint.
Okay.
But we only got. We only have like Notre Dame and the Big 10 and SEC right now.
Yeah,
You want me to give you a geographic hint or not?
Looking at the rankings here too.
Not yet. Let me go. I'm
trying to think outside the box here. Who has a?
Is it me right now?
Yeah,
you're up, Joey.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a nice stadium. Who has a good stadium?
I'm going to the Big 12.
Okay.
Because there is some excitement in the Big 12. The Cyclones of Iowa State, Jack Trice Stadium.
I do love me some Iowa State. They are not on here. I don't even think they get a vote.
Man, oh man.
All right, no Iowa.
You guys were killing it. Now I told
we need one more.
It's one more. It's killing you guys.
We need
I don't know if I would guess. I probably wouldn't guess it either.
Oh, that's not even fun.
It is they're a good program for sure.
I got one.
They're good. You mean you said a good program or
good program?
They're a good to at times great.
I know it.
Okay.
Good to a great.
I know it.
Though they have been great in
Let me say it.
They have been great.
Let me say it.
They've been great over the last 5 years.
Oh.
Who did we miss over the last 5?
That have been great.
Who did?
They've been great.
Hang on a minute.
Joey's like, they've been great. How? All the great teams we've already said.
We really
They've
have.
been great over the last 5 years.
They had a
I'm
year.
looking at all these conferences.
They had a year that they were great.
They had 1 year?
1 year that they were great, and they've been good other years.
Do we know do we know their quarterback?
Don't give it up.
Yeah. I mean, if you give that up, we know, but
They haven't been great at all.
no, this team's not it.
They've been great. Once over the
They've
last.
been great.
I mean, I would say based on what they did, they were great.
Okay.
It's a setup.
They've been great.
I'm trying. Okay.
Can't be them.
All right, it's my pick, so let me just.
There's two programs that could fall into that, but one's not even on the list, but two that could fall into what I'm saying.
And they're a Power 5
Boy,
team.
it can't be them because they're not Power 5 either. Dang it.
They've been great. Oh, I know it. I know it.
Know it?
You know
I know it.
You know it.
Okay.
Definitely do.
All right.
Definitely do.
I am. I ain't got no freaking clue.
No clue.
I definitely know it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Oh,
You said they've been great.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes, they have.
For real?
Yes, they have.
I'm sitting here looking at all our college picks for the last couple of years. I'm trying to find that team that's
great.
They were great because of one person.
You said what?
One person?
One person.
Okay.
What?
Yes.
Who was great in college?
They were great because of one person who transferred there. Yes. I got it.
Hang on.
Got it, Joey?
I got it.
Hang on.
Got it. Because one person
transferred there.
Okay. Is it the stadium that Washington plays in?
Yes.
That's it.
Penix.
Yeah.
The Huskies Stadium, number 2.
Yes.
Ooh.
Husky Stadium in Seattle.
I was just about to tell you, Buttons, it's your man.
I know it.
It's your man.
I should have got that.
Let me see the actual. It is Husky Stadium. Yeah.
Husky
well,
Stadium.
they've got like a good. They're outside of their stadium. It's like overlooks the water and all that. It's
okay.
It's a really nice stadium, and they do.
I mean, I think Autzen Stadium looks better than that.
True.
Even some of the ones like the Arizona ones, you got like the background.
Yeah, that was the one I was most surprised that they were in there. That's why I said they've been great. The other school I was saying could have fallen into that was TCU, because I said, they had the 1 year where they were made a run. So I said those are the other two that were in there. There was Ole Miss and Appalachian State was in there.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Okay.
Those are the other two.
Wow. All righty.
That was a good list.
So, yep. There we go. You got all Big Ten and SEC and Notre Dame thrown in there for the best stadiums.
Yeah.
Big Ten.
Mostly Big Ten.
Well, when you were saying JB was like Big Ten's getting so much love, I wanted to be like, keep going with that. Well, a couple of times you guys were like, I'm going out west. I'm like, oh, they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
He's like, nope.
We got five Big Ten teams, 4 SEC, and of course Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. There it is.
All right. Time for the candy draft, baby. Candy draft.
Mm.
There we
Chris
go.
has it down. We get 5 picks, snake draft. And it looks like from what we did, we do a draft last time, or we just
When did we do? What was the last draft?
What was the last draft we did? And this one doesn't overlap, right, Chris? We can't pick the same thing like Thanksgiving.
No.
This is like you get one pick and that's it.
This is one and done. So if somebody takes
that's tough. Okay.
Clark bar, it's gone.
Here we go. Looks like from what I have on the board already, Chris is up with the first
pick for Chris.
Ooh. This would be second for me, but I think this will be gone by the time I get around. So I'm gonna go with the Reese's Cup.
Ooh, get him, Terry.
Can't have him in Joey's house.
No, you cannot.
With the
Reese's Cup.
the peanut butter allergies.
Man.
I got you.
So you got to sneak them all.
Yes, you do.
Top candy. Man, just regular candy. If I want to get a candy fix, we got the Reese's Cup. I'm gonna go with the Kit.
Ooh, dang it! I might have to have a deeper list.
It's all right here, Chris.
I might have to go a little deeper.
The Kit Kat.
Because that was on my list.
JB, I'll be adding to this list probably the most marketed candy in the world. Snickers.
You definitely can't have that at your house either.
Cannot.
You don't want to be hangry.
No, you do not.
All right, Buttons.
JB, to me, this is a very underrated candy bar, and it's worthy of a first-round pick because it is my favorite candy bar of all time. And I know I'm going to sound like an old man when I say this, but I'm going to put Baby Ruth as my first.
Baby Ruth? Baby Ruth.
Wow, man.
That was not a mistake, JB.
Poor Buttons.
Loves a Baby Ruth.
Oh, Buttons, you left one out there. Buttons.
I sell candy at school at least 2 to 3 times a week.
JB,
I can't get a kid to buy Baby Ruth. I gotta give them away.
That's because once you give them away, though, JB, they'll never go back.
Yeah, they don't come back and buy one. Got any of those Baby Ruths left, Mr. Brad, that nobody eats? Yeah.
You're like, I got a whole drawer.
Yep. Take them all.
Take them all. Now you can send. Now next time you send Buttons something, you can throw in a Baby Ruth. Throw in an old baby. Baby Ruths in there.
All the Baby Ruths nobody eats.
I'm gonna stick with my favorites, JB, and not necessarily what other people are gonna have on their lists. But to me, nothing is better than a good payday.
Oh, Payday.
But
you know what a pay? Is that the one with the peanuts?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Nobody eats days.
What are you talking about, JB? Payday.
That.
I love them, Buttons.
What
you got paydays on lock.
Paydays, Baby Ruths. There's a theme here, JB.
Okay, I got you. I understand. Joey, what you got here, Joey?
JB, let's get this back to the normal great candy. Besides the candy that nobody wants in Buttons' household, let's go to the yellow bag peanut M&Ms.
Oh, I like
a
those.
good pick. That was on my list. That's a good pick.
And M's. Okay. So did this change into the chocolate? Because it's a whole lot of chocolate on here.
Not with paydays, JB.
That's a straight peanut, right?
Payday.
It's just plaster with nuts on it.
I'm here to merely entertain.
All right. So
might as well that payday on there.
Kit Kat, people love their chocolates. but for me, gummy bears.
Oh, dang it.
Gummy
That's my
bears.
number 1 seed. Oh, I was like, there's no way somebody's taking that. Oh, dang it.
Gummy bears.
That's the one thing is like when my mom or everybody gets me candy, it's always that, and I can't not
Guess
eat the
what,
whole
Chris? You're not the only one. Everybody gives me gummy bears.
I tried to play well, would Reese's Cup have made it?
Oh, no way.
Yes, it would have made it to number 2 because I was gonna pick Reese's.
Yeah,
Anyone
no
else?
way. Oh, I
Joe?
would have taken Reese's
Yes.
as my
Alright, so
number 2 pick.
I tried to play the draft and thought of the 2 that's gonna fall, it might be gummy bear. So
Guys, you should have took instead of payday. You should have took the 1,000 grand bar. 100 grand.
Oh, 100 grand. That's a good one, JB. 100 grand. That's fantastic.
Take it, Buttons. Take it.
You should have took that one instead. Go ahead, Chris. What you got next?
all right, so I actually like the gummy and like the sweet kind of that over the chocolate. This one I crush it. Another one that I crush. I still load it into the thing. Pez. I still kill that.
Oh,
Actually,
Pez.
I ate that recently. I
That's his
loaded them
joints.
all back in.
Really, Chris? Wow.
I think once every 6 months, Chris sends me a Pez. Not you, my other Chris. C Double sends me a Pez dispenser. I have no idea why, but I get Pez dispensers on a regular basis.
You know, no Pez though.
I get Pez in it.
Oh,
He's
Oh, okay.
keeping you at bay, JB. He's at bay.
Maybe with Pez, I got it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All
Now,
right.
say it,
Next
baby.
one for me is Sour Patch. Sour Patch.
Sour
Kids.
Patch always clutch. Always clutch with the
That was
Sour
on my
Patch.
list.
Okay.
Man,
All
I'm
right.
still bitter about them gummy bears, JB.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Swoop in.
Now, sometimes you just gotta go with a classic, right? Nothing beats a plain old chocolate Hershey's bar.
Hershey's bar is good. Hershey's is definitely good.
S'mores.
Especially if you're trying to make you some
Oh,
s'mores,
yeah, there you go.
stuff like that. Love a Hershey bar.
Okay. This one is so good. The argument these days is which one is better, the left or the right?
Okay.
Give me the Twix, JB.
Rick's a good pick. It's a good pick, man. I think Bud's on the ropes right now.
He's
Buttons
not on the road.
has knocked himself out.
I had Twix on my list. Okay. All right. We're talking about personal preference. We're not talking about the best. You know what? I'm going to educate people tonight. And they're going to try my list and they're going to be like, you know what? This is not so
Like, hold
bad.
on.
Maybe the most
Not so
popular
fast,
candy
my
bars,
friend.
the most popular candy bars might not always be the best.
There's gonna be some old folks with canes like, you know what? I'll go get me one of them paydays.
You got a point there, Buttons.
This next one is a classic.
Oh,
Classic. Okay.
Tootsie Roll.
It is it is thin, it is long, it is filled with caramel, it is soft. I'm gonna go with a cow tail.
What in the world is he doing tonight?
Try it, JB.
I do like a cow tail.
Try it,
That's never-
JB.
I don't even. That doesn't
He
even
is-
come up in my head. I do.
We gotta
like
get the
cow
Buttons
tail.
right now. We need a drug test tonight.
Cow tail, JB.
Cow tail
Cow
is
tail.
good, but
We need to drug test Buttons.
Tell him, Chris.
tonight.
Tell him,
it is,
Chris.
It is good. It is good.
Thank you.
Most of Buttons never even crosses my mind.
They should. Chris.
Tail.
They should.
Tonight.
Buttons is on fire.
Drug test.
All right, my 4th round pick. Okay.
It's getting worse and worse.
Notice my first 3 picks are very similar. All contain caramel. That's my go-to. However,
we went Werther's.
that's on my list, JB. But it's on my top 20. But however, I'm going to a candy that does not contain caramel. And it has been proven to save lives when needed. It is small, it is compact.
Okay.
It's not a huge mint, it's a junior mint.
Good one, Buttons.
There we go. Joey liked that.
Junior mint.
Good one.
Remember old what was it? That was Kramer, right?
Yes. He dropped the junior mint into the guy's body while he was having surgery.
Miracle.
It was a miracle.
Okay. My last pick.
Junior mint.
My last pick. I know nobody's going there, so this is sort of a wild.
Buttons might, but you're safe.
Buttons might have it.
You're before him, so you're
good.
Pie. I'm going to stay with the chocolate, and this is even better than what Buttons just mentioned.
Oh boy.
I'm not going junior mint. I'm going York peppermint patty.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
I can't eat a ton of those though. I could have like
I gave one of those away today.
Yorks are underrated.
I gave one of those away today in school.
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
Why do you do that, JB?
Because I am not a mutant.
No, you are not. No, you are not.
York peppermint patty.
Yes.
Now this is something maybe, see, this may be a little bit more refined for y'all taste because, you know, we got Cowtails and Paydays and Baby Ruths.
Check them out.
But yeah, it's nothing like going and get you a Lindor chocolate truffle in multiple flavors. So I'm gonna go with the chocolate truffles.
All right, JB.
What's the one? What is it?
That's all right.
They got like the white chocolate one. What's the other one? They all of those are good though.
The dark chocolate is marvelous.
All kinds for you, man.
All those are good.
The dark chocolate is marvelous.
Dark chocolate, man.
That's a good pick, JB.
My last one is going to blow y'all mind.
You better not steal it from me.
My last one, you're not going to see coming. I promise y'all.
Okay. You better not steal it from me.
My favorite candy growing up.
I
always had to have them, but you're gonna be like, what?
All right, Chris. For me, I was gonna go since I had gummy bears first, and this one was going to. So for me, this one here tries to tie it in. I love me some Nerds, but I'm gonna go Nerds Clusters because they have the gummy on the inside.
He loves the commercial.
I love some Nerds Clusters.
Nerd Clusters.
They've been advertising that lately, and Chris smiles.
Like, every time it comes on, I'm like, that's for me. They're
I'm watching your commercial right now. Joey. Oh no, you don't like those. I'm surprised Buttons don't like that.
JB, since you like gummy bears, you don't like Nerds though?
Oh, I don't like Nerd Clusters at all.
No, I don't like. I'm not really
Nerds.
I don't really sour candy. I mean,
I'll be like, I remember the Nerds. They had a Nerds Blizzard. I was like, I think I might be the only guy in America eating a Nerds Blizzard.
Absolutely, Chris.
Probably you with a Nerds Blizzard and Buttons sitting there with a cowtail beside you.
Look at these two numbnuts.
Cheers.
Yeah. A cowtail blizzard they ask about that. Can I give me a Cowtail Blizzard? What the?
Send Buttons a bag of Cowtails when I get a chance.
They'll be gone in a day, JB.
He's like,
Yes,
"Oh,
they
thank
will.
you." All right, so for my last pick, I'm gonna stay. This is I got about 3 or 4 on my list. This one is a little bit underrated. I'm gonna go with the Mamba. They're like Starburst but softer.
Oh, those things?
Yeah,
those things rot your teeth.
I mean, I don't eat them a ton, but I do. I could. That's another one where I wanted to pick things where if I struggle to put it down, these are all of them. If I'm sitting like with it, I can't stop eating these.
All right. This is one of the most underrated candies of all time that does not get the respect it deserves. You know, and just so you know, my number 6 would probably have been gourmet jelly beans. I'm a fiend for those too.
Okay.
But gotta go with my childhood favorite, Halloween special, the Rolo.
Rolos.
The Rolo.
There's like another one that always gets thrown in because they're little. When you get into Halloween, they always get tossed in.
Some Rolos.
You don't like Rolos, Joey?
No.
I actually like Rolos.
Aren't they very chewy?
Yes, and they get stuck to your teeth.
They get stuck.
Yeah.
You know what gets stuck the most is what's the sugar
Milk duds. They get milk duds. Milk duds get stuck in your teeth.
Oh,
too.
milk duds. All right, Joey.
Okay.
Board is open.
Rolo's creamy caramel filling.
I'm
I do like
this
caramel.
close to putting Twizzlers there. This close, but I'm not going Twizzlers. Not fun size Twizzlers. Regular.
Going with the black licorice?
Oh, absolutely not.
No way.
Oh my God.
JB, Chris Buttons, my last pick is one that probably gets thrown away often as well. But I will always welcome it. They will be destroyed if it's in my pillowcase as my Halloween bag. Please give me the Almond Joys. All the almond.
Oh, I had that. I had that on my list.
I like Almond Joy.
I had that on my list.
I was about to say that.
Yep.
When I say I'm saving it, I saw the Mounds and Almond Joy commercial just now.
Yeah.
I said, one of y'all gonna say that?
Give me all the Almond Joys.
I had that on.
Almond Joy got nuts. Mounds don't.
I don't like the Mounds is the dark, right? I don't like the Mounds as much. I don't like the dark.
Oh, the Mounds has no.
I like the Mounds too.
The Mounds doesn't have almonds in it, Chris. It's all very different.
I like both.
Yeah, I like the Almond Joy better.
Yeah, I like both.
All right, Bud, you got the last
pick, Mr.
Oh boy.
The last pick, JB.
Oh boy.
All right,
takes me back to my roots.
Oh geez.
Okay. Established in this candy bar gets no love for some reason. And I eat it up. 1925 it was established.
Oh boy.
And it's looked over all the time. Mr. Good Bar.
That's a good one.
It is actually. That one's good. I don't actually mind Buttons. Buttons list is good. It's
very
just,
underrated.
they're all like just random.
I thought he was going to say the grandma strawberry candy.
Oh yeah,
the grandma strawberry candy.
I do like those also.
Oh my goodness, but that is an underrated candy.
That's
very good, very good. It's an candy bar too. Very addicting in the small size.
When you get the Nestle's, like when they do the bag.
Oh, I know. You always get gypped on Mr. Good Bar.
Mr. Good Bar's in the yellow, right? Mr. Good Bar's in the yellow.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What didn't make the list? Hershey's cookies and cream, Hershey's with almonds. Those are good. I
had Dove chocolate.
Dove chocolates are good. Also,
I had Jolly Rancher. I had Skittles.
Yeah, I had Skittles on my list. I had Reese's Pieces.
Skittles, I'm not really a Skittles person.
No, those are another one you could throw like 20 in. You're just eating you don't even know what the flavor is anymore.
You ever been to the movies and gotten Bunch of Crunch?
Bunch of Crunch.
Oh, Bunch of Crunch. My wife loves Bunch.
That was on my list too.
Nestle Crunch chopped up. Bunch of Crunch is Nestle Crunch crumbled up and put in a box. The Nestle Crunch.
Joey, we used to eat at Brook Point. Did they have? Remember at the vending machine they had it was like the Mentos, the fruit ones. Did you ever have those?
I think I've had.
You know how Mentos had the regular mint ones?
Yes.
All white. They had the fruit ones that were really good.
I do remember that.
They were like really good. I'll definitely go with the fruity stuff way more than the chocolate. I eat fruity stuff more than the chocolate stuff, I think.
All right, wait a minute. Our list was mainly one. Yeah, you only had really one chocolate in it. Yours had peanut butter in it. I mean,
Chris, you're not a chocolate guy, eh?
No, I do like. I eat all of those on there. I just tend towards the other stuff. If I'm gonna just grab one, but like I went to my mom's like last week, and she gave me like a bag of just like a whole bunch of chocolate stuff. So I'm definitely gonna eat it.
It went up one number, Joey. It's at 12 now.
Well,
yeah. But guess what? Joey's whole list involves some kind of chocolate.
All of it.
Interesting.
And Budden's old list included some Seinfeld and a bunch of old people.
Yeah, you should definitely have Werther.
Back in my day, JB.
Buttons, do your kids stick with like kid type candy, or they eat the old stuff?
They don't really care for my candy.
Yeah.
You planned it like that,
but nobody mentioned a O. Henry bar, another Seinfeld classic. Episode about O. Henry. Yeah. The heiress to the O. Henry bar fortune.
Okay.
You don't remember that?
Oh yeah.
That's a sweet Buttons is in the sweet list here.
Mm-hmm.
What's your wife say about that list, Buttons?
My wife's not a huge fan of pretty much any of those.
Cowtails.
Now she will get me like it's not a candy, but the corn. Have you ever had corn nuts?
Oh yes. Yeah.
See, I'm a corn nuts guy too. Okay. She got me a bag of corn nuts the other night.
Corn nuts?
I know, JB.
I know. A cereal
I'm
from the Depression
JB. I know. Era. I realize that.
I had those. I just recently had the ranch corn nuts.
Yeah, when she goes to the farm, she'll get me a cowtail because they sell them at the farm also.
Somebody spreading out a link because like 14 people watching.
Hey,
y'all should go to bed.
She's all embarrassed that she's buying the cowtail. She's looking around.
Yeah.
To see if anyone sees.
I like who are you buying these for? Your grandpa?
That's nice.
I got you, Buttons. I'm ordering some cowtails.
I like cowtails, but it's just funny it would just never cross my mind.
Can I tell you? That's the only candy on this list that I have never, ever, ever seen or heard of.
Never tried it, JB.
It's got like what's in the middle of it?
I've never seen, like, when you say cowtail, I'm thinking about like a meal, like oxtail. I'm thinking, okay.
It's like it's in a white wrapper.
I looked it up. I saw it.
It's good, JB.
I've never seen it.
It's good, JB.
You might like it. It's not bad. It's just a random pick.
JB, let me get your address later.
He's gonna do you a solid.
I've sent you letters and cards. You should have my address already.
That's true. That's true.
He's gonna do you a solid now. He owes you.
See, like I told Joey, when you're a grown man, you take the addresses and you put them in this thing right here.
You know what, JB? I think my wife has your address written down in our address book. So
yeah, you do. Can you send me a Christmas card?
You're on my Christmas card list.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm on Bud's Christmas card. Ain't that special?
Now you gotta get
I'm on Joey's too.
Yes, you are, JB.
Chris.
Yes, you are.
Chris don't send Christmas cards. He
does
send
and if people send it to me, I'm like,
he sends pens.
I open it over the trash and then just thank you. Now
Chris is not a Christmas card guy.
No.
No, I'm not a card guy either. Jerry Seinfeld, he throws the card away once he opens it.
I mean, hey, I've now appreciated it, and then I say thanks for the card later on. I don't need it junking up.
I have like shoe boxes full of cards for Father's Day and Christmas for my kids and my dad and all that. I don't know why I keep them, but
I keep some old ones, JB. Only the most funny that I get usually.
Okay. You keep the funny ones. I used to keep the more sentimental ones. The funny ones
I do keep some of those.
This is not funny. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Buttons is like, this one doesn't make the list. He just throws it. The kids are like,
look, Chris, he's like, it's not on my list.
That's right. What? That didn't make it. Look at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know my list. I have my list right here.
I got my list.
All right, speaking of lists,
are we doing
we're speaking of this, but of course, we're speaking of lists. But before I move on, of course, once again, it's time for the Buttons Men of Knowledge.
Buttons, now, I'm gonna have to start.
If you're watching and you're wondering why we do the Buttons Minute of Knowledge, is because Buttons doesn't always come on at the beginning of the show. So we always give him a little bit more talking time to share his opinions and sometimes delusional thoughts. Okay.
And I have a lot to say tonight, JB.
Oh, because last week we talked about how you were like, James Cook does not deserve $15 million.
Hey, the man.
I am wondering what tonight's Buttons Minute will be. Now it's time for me to change the view so they can get the full shot of you talking and take it away.
I appreciate that, JB. And I want to go back to an issue that was talked about earlier in the show, actually. And I did not want to come on because I knew that I was going to have this minute or few minutes tonight to say my piece on the NBA All-Star festivities. I am fed up. I love the NBA so much, and I want it to be successful so badly. However, I have 5 things that must change right now in order for this to mean something to these players and to the fans. Number 5, fix the Rising Stars game. You've got to go back to the original. Only showcase the rookies. No more sophomores. If they're good enough as a sophomore, they got to make the all-star team, okay? Expose your top rookies to the world and showcase them properly. Rookies only. That's number 5. Number 4, add more all-stars. If you insist on this format of 1 versus 1, and then the winner 1 versus 1, you have to do 36 total all-stars, 4 teams of 9 players, and play to 75. You don't play to like 40 or 45 or whatever it is. People want to see points being scored, okay? And also, thinking about that, taking more all-stars, here is what the Stars would have looked like if they added 8 more players. Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, Jared Allen, LaMelo Ball, Tyrese Maxey, Jordan Poole, Domantas Sabonis, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, John Morant, De'Aaron Fox, and Devin Booker. That's 12, sorry. Now, you tell me, with the exception of Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins, those 2, can you tell me a world where these guys are not all-stars? That's what I thought. Also, the All-Star MVP gets $3 million in cash at the end of the game. Number 3.
Bud's a socialist.
Add more dunk contest participants. Right now we have 4. We see 12 dunks. You add 2 more, we see 18 dunks. You also add a high dunk contest. I'm telling you, that would be intriguing to the league. Whoever can jump the highest would win. But the original winner of the dunk contest with the original height, $3 million in cash to the winner.
He's throwing around money.
Number 2, add a 1 versus 1 tournament. Have you ever wondered if LeBron went against Steph or Giannis went against Durant, who would win? And the winners of those matches, $3 million cash.
Well, it's like, Get the money machine out.
The number one change you have to make this game worth something, and I know this is going to piss some people off out there. You have to learn, I never thought I'd say this, but learn from Major League Baseball. The winner of the NBA All-Star Game will get home court advantage in the playoffs. You want to fix it? I'm giving you a fix. NBA, you better be listening.
All right, Buttons. Now, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this. You had me until that last one.
You got to be stacking in the NBA.
That last one.
I don't care, JB. I don't care about your record in the regular season. Some years it might be easier in the East to get there than the West. So who cares about home court?
Like when they had LeBronto.
I mean, come on.
Toronto would just win every game.
I mean, I guess they got to put their money where their mouth is of how important is it that the All-Star game is fixed. I mean, that's what baseball did, and baseball is a little bit harder to mail it in because of you're basically just pitching. So and you're hitting, you're not gonna really mail it in anyway. It's harder. But like hockey has found a way to make that. So I think
they have.
NFL is just completely gone. They're just saying we're not even going to bother anymore.
They're doing flag football. Have some fun.
So it's NBA's got to make that decision. I think of like, do we just really try
the NFL route
or just go the NFL route? Because if they're putting in the second low, they're trying to change the format and they're the second lowest on record as far as viewership, and you're getting beat by the NHL, getting double. NHL was 10 million to 5 million. That's crazy. So you either got to go all in or just completely just do the NHL or the NFL and just whatever. We're not going to.
Chris, I don't know if y'all heard this, but during Super Bowl week, the NBA was crushing the NFL because of the trades. Nobody was talking about Super Bowl. They were all talking about Luka and Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Darren Fox. Nobody was talking about the Super Bowl. But anyway.
Which tells you though that people are still, if you have something intriguing, something, and that's what you got to do. Because the NFL is just going to continue. They don't need these big up and down. They just keep doing what they're doing.
Keep making money. And speaking of making money, it's time for
Joey needs to be like Buttons, just tossing money around.
It's time for Joey's picks of the week. Did you hit last week, Joey?
Unfortunately, I did not, JB.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Joey. I remember we were driving, and Joey's like, all four of my Friday night games were losing at half.
They were all favorites.
But they all three of the four came back to win. I think it was, who was it?
No, only one won, Chris.
Only one?
Ohio went to Kent State won. Cornell lost at Harvard. Iona lost at home to Rider, and Princeton lost at Brown.
Those Friday night games
down at halftime.
Those Friday night games are tough.
They are tough.
All right, we're getting back on track this week, though.
Especially if
it's happening, Buttons, because I got a brand new plan.
Oh Lord, is it avoid the MAC? MEAC? Avoid them on Friday?
I know I have 3 wise men that have given me some advice, but I'm going to switch it up a little tiny bit.
Oh boy,
I'm going to switch up a little tiny bit.
Okay. What we got for the lock?
The lock plus. All right. Plus 561.
This is a lock, you said? A lock?
Oh, geez.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. All right. It's
Hear me out, Buttons.
That name again. I tried to go away from the delusional picks of the week, but now we're back there.
3 wise men say stick to what works. This is going to work because it's all money line.
Oh.
Money line.
All of it.
It's the money line time. Let's go.
Okay, so the Pelicans are really bad.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to Dallas. and they're going to lose at Dallas. Mavericks money line minus AD, minus everybody, but they're going to still win.
No Daniel Gafford, nobody.
No Luka.
No Luka.
Buttons. Milwaukee Bucks.
Philly, no Dirk.
Are going to the Capital One Arena. They're going to show a video for Kyle Kuzma. Bucks money line.
Love that one.
And lastly,
this last one got to be nuts. Then it has to be.
Oh yeah, because when he said lastly,
if this is a 561, this one right here is a shot.
And lastly,
it's
your soon to be Eastern Conference Finals participant, the New York Knickerbockers, are going to go to Cleveland. Cleveland! This one's for you. They're going to catch the L. Friday nights, the Knicks are going to go to Cleveland, and they're going to show them what's up. Knicks money line.
What would have happened if you just put the spread?
I stayed away from spread, Chris.
Oh man.
Well,
I did.
What's the line on it? What's the line on that game?
The line on that game,
8.5.
It is. That's way too
Cavs are favored by 8.5.
8.5.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's why you don't want to take the points.
Nah, he want that big money line because the money line on that what? They're plus what on the money line for them?
On the money line, they are plus 220.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right. ESPN bet you can get it at plus 290.
Wow.
Of course.
That's a big discrepancy.
Yep.
All right, Joey. What is the big boy this week? What we doing?
All right.
Boy.
This is going to be plus, who knows now?
The big boy is plus 24-14.
Okay. We haven't had a like a 16 pick college basketball one. Remember last year you went 15 out of 16?
I sure did a couple times.
Joe, you want to tell them what we were watching Saturday?
Oh, Saturday. Chris was over here. We were watching we watched some rugby. We watched some darts.
Oh my
darts.
Goodness, darts. It was in England, and it was in a stadium that was like the size of like Patriot Center, and it was
Chris. I was looking for darts.
I was like, oh, you got to tell JB and Buttons that you're gonna be all in now. He's researching.
I was looking for it.
There was cricket. Cricket was on. Girl was hitting dingers. I don't even know what it's called there, but
now there is a dart bet for January 3rd of 2026. That's one of the main ones that are on there.
Oh, it's already out there?
The PDC World Championship, who's going to win it between six guys?
You should put $1 on everybody.
Joey, I tell you, I always say get in there early.
Yes, you do, Chris.
When I mean early, I mean a year before.
2026.
Wait, get there before the line moves.
There's only 6 guys competing, and I'm guessing all got plus odds, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Who's the favorite?
The favorites is PDC World Championship, Luke Littler.
That's the dude we were watching.
That's the one we were just watching.
Put it on there, Joey. We've already scouted.
Plus 140.
Can I tell y'all?
Let me tell you something.
Y'all are sick.
Yeah. You know what?
I mean, y'all are demented. Y'all sitting around watching darts. Yeah, y'all okay. Y'all got me beat. I can't watch darts.
It was pretty amazing to watch them doing that thing.
They were.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Were they throwing them like, just.
They would go like that, and then they would go, and then the thing I realized is they don't go for the center because that's
they go for the triple six, the triple 20.
The triple 20.
Of course, Buttons knows.
Oh, so 60, yeah. So
I mean, although like I said,
he's got a dartboard down there in the back, back there in the back.
Yeah, I bet he probably does.
It's right over there.
Of course he does.
I know he does.
Of course he does.
Yes, along with he probably plays darts in his Halo mask.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Puts the mask on.
He's just he can't even see where he's throwing. That wall is all torn
He's
up.
using the force. It's like,
Yes, he is.
all right,
All
let's
right.
go with this big boy because Joey got to go to work tomorrow.
Plus 24-14. This is all opposite money line. This is all spread betting right here. College basketball, men's college basketball, Friday nights. And I did a little bit more research on this.
Okay.
For all of these games, I picked the spread of the team who has beat the spread more than 70% of the time.
That's a Buttons type bet right there.
Ooh.
Loves a good trend.
How about Buttons? Yes, go.
Buttons loves a
Okay.
good trend.
Here we go.
Mhm.
All right, let's do it.
Green Bay at Robert Morris. Robert Morris minus 15.5.
Ooh.
What in the
Oh my God.
Green
Look
Bay
it
is
up.
Green Bay is
I was
three,
like, let's see
it
their
up.
reaction to this first one.
Green
check it
Bay is
out.
3-24.
Wow.
Robert
They'll-
Morris
they'll-
is 20-8.
They'll get a win. Go ahead.
Cornell at Yale. Yale minus 9.5.
Going back to the well again. Okay.
Yale minus.
Now Yale, I saw Yale as one of those teams that could be a problem in the NCAA.
Yale is first in the Ivy.
Yale's pretty good.
How many black dudes on that team?
About 4.
4 black guys.
Harvard at Princeton. Harvard plus the points, plus 8.5.
Okay. Plus 8.5. The Ivy League.
Mm-hmm.
No scholarship.
Canisius at Marist College. Canisius plus the points, plus 14.5.
So are you
Oh,
telling me
that's it.
Rick Smits isn't coming through the door?
Was
I
he
kind
on
of like
Canisius?
that. I like
The
Canisius plus the
dunking
points.
Dutchman.
Canisius, you know their record? 2-23.
Oh,
Right,
wow.
so what's the line again?
Oh my good.
Plus 14.5.
But that's actually on ESPN Bet where I'm looking right now. That's a plus 13.5. So look at Joey line shopping.
14.5. Okay, I got you.
You get a free point.
3 point. That
So
might-
Canisius 14.5.
Yes, sir, JB.
Mhm.
All right.
And
You got a free
lastly,
point.
All right, last one.
Cleveland State at Detroit.
This is for you.
Cleveland State minus 8.5.
Against
Detroit. Detroit's horrible.
At
Detroit.
at Detroit.
Mercy?
At Detroit.
At Detroit Mercy.
or whatever, yeah.
No Dick
Detroit.
Vitale coaching them.
Detroit is
How y'all caught that? He used to coach that team.
That's right.
All right, let's review the lock. We got the Mitchell money line special. Mavs lock it in, Bucks lock it in. Then we got the Knicks going to Cleveland and getting the dub. All right, and then for the big boy,
I see you buttons.
the Reds, we got Robert Morris. You saying they're minus 15.5, right? Yale minus 9.5. Harvard plus 8.5. Canisius plus 14.5. And Cleveland State
bullseye.
minus 8.5. Make that money.
Joey's just throwing bullseyes.
Joey, tell us, they already offered you the cash out already?
JB,
Hold
I'm
on, take
looking
a
at it.
look.
I'm
Oh
looking at it right
Oh
now.
My
How much are they offering?
I just got offered for my 3-legger. They
How much
are
was-
already giving me the green rectangle.
How much was the bet?
The bet is $1.
And how much are they
No.
offering?
110.
What? Oh,
110,
you better take that. Take that.
110.
Take that and run.
He's not telling the truth.
No, they're offering me 64 cents back.
Yeah, they try to get. Yeah, they don't be no daggone. They're not trying to come up.
Well, maybe because that one line is off, they realize that Joey's a shark.
Can you imagine if you did that? Like you put $1,000 in and you could get like 1,100 back. Take it.
Take.
Yeah,
Sell.
They're gonna bet Rivers me. That's what they're looking for.
Well, I bet a couple golf ones early in the week, and then the lines moved. So I bet like the Norwegian dude. I got him at plus.
Okay.
Plus, it's like in a group bet. It's like match betting or whatever, like group betting. And I think I got him at plus 375, and he was like plus 250. So I was like, oh, should I bet another guy? I was thinking, should I bet another guy now have two guys that are at, you know what I mean? But I didn't. I just stayed. And that he's not winning, but.
All right, guys. So a couple things before we let y'all go tonight. Remember, next week is the NBA picks. We start them up next week. Also, when you get an email or text message and it says, hey, the Mexico Open starts tomorrow, that should be the sign to do what, Buttons?
I went right to my lineup. Actually, this week, JB, I was ahead of you. But normally when I get that reminder text, I go right to my lineup on my computer and I put in a quick lineup.
Now, you see, here's the thing. You get a reminder text from me, but I also know that the site sends you a reminder. It says, hey, the match starts in a day or two. You need to set your lineup.
Every week.
DC traffic today, Buttons was
oh my God. Oh.
DC traffic was brutal. I'm usually in my classroom on a Thursday handling it, picking a great squad. I walked into
I thought you took the train up.
It's some days a train.
Oh, okay.
Some days driving. I had to drive. I had to drive to Maryland today, and then when I was trying to get to the school, there was traffic everywhere. There was traffic everywhere.
Woo!
I'll be back next week.
Like the hog shooters, traffic everywhere you turn, right? Week. All right. So I think it's what 2 more matches or one? Is it 1 left or 2 after this one? We got the players is the last one for segment 1. Getting harder and harder to keep Buttons at bay, Joey. It's getting hard to keep him at bay.
It is, isn't it?
He done cut the lead in half after that. I had a big week. He had a big week. I saw CB step this game up too.
Oh, okay.
CB, but he also pulled Joey, but he only missed his lineup once. Joey has done it. This is Joey's second time.
Well, to be fair, JB, I had my lineup the first time.
He didn't click save, JB.
I had it.
And you gotta have a captain too.
Let me ask you a question, Joey.
I'm captain.
If I go to the site and I click on your name,
it says twice.
It says 0, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got. Is somebody like? Are we getting trolled? Because like 16 folks watching us at 1 a.m. in the morning. We're about to shut this down.
What the heck?
Those are loyal fans, JB.
I'll take it. If you're watching, thanks. If you missed something, go back and learn.
Loyal fans.
Definitely. Next week we will continue our talk about the NBA and the NFL. And Buttons, I want to remind you, did you join the league, Buttons? Did you get in there? And
I believe I'm in, JB, the NFL league, right?
I just wanted to tell you that if you want to sit down, I can explain the rules to you. It's very, very simple. And we added a new wrinkle this year where you can trade your draft positions.
Okay.
Who is somebody named Derek? Somebody named Derek Digital, y'all?
No, don't.
No.
I don't.
Okay. He said, yo. All right. Well, yo back to you too, Derek.
What's up?
What's up? But so yeah, just so you know, Buttons, right now, you have the 6th pick in the draft, and you got some opportunities to keep players if you want to.
Okay.
You know, and
do I have to keep players, JB, in this?
No,
league?
you don't.
No.
You don't have
Okay.
to. You don't have to have a keeper, right?
Okay. Is it one keeper you get to pick?
It's
one?
2. You can keep 2.
Two.
But the rules are you can keep 2 keepers, but once you keep a player, you have a 3-year window. After that, they back into the world.
Do I know who if this guy kept keepers from before? Obviously, their contracts are not new. So
I tell you what, I'm gonna go in right now and share because we do have a draft keeper page where you can go in and fill it out. Did I tell you the story about how once this guy named Joey, one year he had this dude named Saquon Barkley, and he was supposed to pick his keeper. And for some reason, he sends me a message after the deadline.
Like a minute.
A minute after.
No, it wasn't a minute. It was like a couple of hours after the deadline.
It was.
Baby, I missed the deadline. Can I keep Saquon? My answer was no. You cannot. You missed the deadline.
Okay.
I can't give you the home team discount.
Now, do I take him, JB, in the round that he got him in last year?
Hold on, you know what? Since Joey hasn't said, hey JB, I gotta go to sleep. I'm gonna go ahead and show it to you real quick because I think it's important. All right. So
definitely important, especially with a playmaker on my team named Jalen Hurts. I'm worried about.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts, I believe let's see, 2000. So this is this year. For me, I'm the only one who kind of set mine already. You see, I got Bijan year 2.
Okay.
I got Brock Bowers year 1, round 18.
Wow. Okay.
He was a free agent. I picked him up. I didn't draft him. So this is last year's. Professor had no keeper. I mean, he had a good run with Cooper Kupp and Derrick Henry. He won 2 championships.
Wow. Okay.
Blue Wave, he blew his. His keepers had been Patrick Mahomes and Dalvin Cooks. He kept Cooks a little too long. Joey's keeper was Michael Pittman. Joey had a good draft this year. He has a good team, guys. He can keep if he wants to. Mm-hmm. You would be Hurts on would be his second year as a keeper. So you could keep Hurts for 3 more years, but he's a round 2 draft pick though.
I gotcha.
That's why he took him. All right.
Romeo Dobbs.
And then this guy, he won a championship this year, but he's getting rid of these 2 guys. Can't keep him this year.
Wow.
That's Paladin.
Wow.
And then I said the guy with the first pick, I think it's Professor. Who knows? And I got a second pick, but I got to keep Bijan. So I'm looking to move down in the draft to get somebody else's second pick and swap some picks with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Megatron, he won the year before because I changed my quarterback, but neither here nor there. So yeah. So that's what it is. You can see this is from 2021, 22, 23.
Cool. So I guess I need to look at last year's draft then.
Yeah, you can look at it. I mean, you can see all the players. You'll be able to see all the players that are going to be available. And don't forget about our Dynasty League as well. I mean, we've only been 1 trade in our Dynasty League. Me and Joey made a trade. We swapped. I gave Joey who you get, Joey? You got Bryce, right? You got Bryce
and I forget who tight end. No.
And he got Bryce and my second round pick.
Yeah,
well, I got Najee Harris and his first round pick. So I've got 2 first round picks already for this draft. It's all coming together, Buttons.
Buttons not worried. Buttons won. He's not worried.
I'm wheeling and dealing.
Mm-hmm.
Buttons has won it. He's
hey,
got his
it's time to tear it down, Buttons. You won. It's time to tear it down.
Tear it down. But
yep.
Time to tear it down. It's never too early.
No, second round pick, JB.
You're like the Marlins.
No, Joey. No, you gave me your first round pick. Okay, stop it.
No, second round.
You gave me your first round pick, Joey.
You sure?
I wouldn't lie to you, man. I wouldn't run game on you. I can pull the text messages up.
JB's got receipts.
I'm a guy. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Be like, oh yeah, no, I wouldn't do that to you. I think I have. Hold on. I think I have. Do I have the draft board on this one? On this spreadsheet? Let's see. I did the draft board for this year already.
Joey sent me the trade. It says Bryce Young in a third for Harris in a second.
Oh, for real?
Oh, okay.
So I got 2 second picks. Okay.
2 seconds. Okay.
This was a while. This was January 9th. I guess you guys had made the trade.
Yeah, see, good. I'm glad we got a outside source to protect Joey at all times.
That was you and I, JB.
No, I'm just saying, but Chris gonna step in and protect you.
You know that.
Always lending a hand.
You know who my first pick's gonna be?
Yeah, yes, I see, I just forgot. If you want to look, I already.
No, he's like, no, let's decline that trade. Then I can't not have Genty.
I'm on the board already. See there? Look, Joey got the first pick. I got 2 second round picks. I'll take it. Still gonna stack up.
When are you starting that up?
I mean, we'll start it up like last year
after the draft, I guess.
The NFL draft, yeah. Right? We'll
I think it was around June.
Starting up. So we had to wait a little bit longer before we got drafting. So this year we can start. We'll probably be drafting, before. And I'm not doing that 8 hours crap either because some people get on my nerves.
Well, remember, Paladin was forever.
Oh my God. Joy waiting until the last second. The minute about the clock about to change over, he go, Joey, I'm going with this.
I mean, to me, I don't know how you don't have like 3 or 4 guys ready.
I know. But anyway, so yep. Exciting. Still got I know Buttons. Are you ready for the baseball draft, Buttons?
Ready, JB.
I know you
yes.
ready.
Can't wait.
Yep.
Can't wait. All I know is for baseball, 3 years. I've been to the finals in three straight years. I'm starting to feel like the Buffalo Bills here. Except I do have one title.
Yeah, you beat me. You beat me 1 year.
Yep. So we'll see how
unlike the Bills.
I see how it all plays. Out. It looks like after this week, I'll be moving into the #1 spot in NBA basketball too.
There we go.
Hey, it's not a good spot because that's not a great spot.
Not a good spot.
Not a good spot, but it doesn't matter. I tell you what does matter. Like clockwork, I said it and I say it again. The division I'm in NBA, Joey, don't even do your hand like that. You go back and you check the records. I've been in this league how many years? 7?
True.
I've won the division every year except for once. And that year I fell asleep when I was drafted. I've won the division every year.
True. Very, very true.
Means nothing. I haven't been to the championship since I beat Paladin, 2-3 years ago?
With his CP3.
Oh. That has to. But he came up there. He won a basketball championship and he won a football. He won
a very good player. Very good player.
Yeah, he beat me. He beat me last year.
Yeah, I think Buttons got him in the Dynasty League though. No, Buttons beat him in. Who won? Who won Friends and Family this year? Were you, Chris?
Yeah, I won that one.
Oh, so you won that twice already, haven't you?
I've won twice, and yeah.
Friends and Family.
Remember that? I almost had the other one. Though I'll never know. That was the year with the
yeah,
the Friday. I don't think Chase and Burrow would have had to just go crazy, so probably wouldn't have won it. But who knows? But I mean, it is what it is.
Joey, did you win? Did you win? No, the year you got to the basketball finals, you lost to Dana, didn't you?
Did.
Diesel got him.
Diesel came from
But
last place.
You did get me in. Was it baseball this? No, 2 years. Was it this year? Baseball this year? Baseball this year?
This year, baseball.
Yeah,
Baseball.
he won it this year.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Go back to back.
It was like, what you feel like 7th place in the regular season? It's like,
do not. Joey is a giant killer when he's behind, and when he's in the back.
Oh yeah, like that one year in one league, Chris, when you were like killing everybody. Joey was like 8th place, and ended up winning.
He still killed me. What the heck?
You get lucky.
Woo, Lord, that's called a come up. All right. Anyway, guys, y'all have a great weekend and a good night and good luck this weekend in your betting.
Enjoy Buttons. Enjoy your cowtails.
I'll enjoy them every day.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to surprise you, Buttons, and enjoy your sweet potato pie.
Absolutely, Buttons.
Really enjoy that.
Your family, let them taste it. What you do? No, that's what you do, Buttons. You cut a piece of that pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you label it pumpkin pie.
Oh, okay.
Their eyes, they say, hold on. This is the best pumpkin pie I ever had.
Hold on, what is this?
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Still waiting for that day where we form like Voltron in person, but we'll see.
It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah. We got Mr. Special over there in my left corner of my screen. But anyway, guys, y'all have a good night.
All right,
y'all.
All right. Peace.
Peace.